बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुजानं शिष्यम् अववस्तातात् अवव्रस्तात् अवुत्रातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोर्धातात् अवाध्रातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्ददित्योऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं तत्त्वजायते सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तस्तिष्ठते सर्वं जगदिदं दैलैमिष्यते सर्वं जगदिदं द्वै प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापुनलो निलो नमः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वमवस्थत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरं गणादीन् पूर्वमुच्चार्य व्रणादिस्तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वर परतर अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्मनुस्वरूपं गकारपूर्वमरूपम् अकारमध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारस्सान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं सहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकरिषे निःसृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशाङ्कुशमधारिणं रदञ्जवरदं हस्त्रैर्बिभ्राणमुशकध्वजां रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतांश्च सृष्टादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायन्ति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनाम्बरः नमो व्रातपदये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रथमपदये नमस्ते स्तुलम्बोदराय कदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्री वरदमूर्तये नमः विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लम्बोदराय सकलाय जगदिताय नागाननाय श्रुतियज्ञविभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते भगवते श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः इति गणपति ध्यानम् अनेन पूजनेन श्री गणपति देवता प्रियंतां नमः। बोलिए गणपति भगवान की जय गौरी मैया की जय। अथ वरुण देवता पूजनम ध्यानम आवाहनम। अक्षत एंड फ्लावर राइस एंड फ्लावर। ओम वरुणस्योतं भनमसि वरुणस्कं सर्जनीस्तो वरुणसरितसदन्यसि वरुणसरितसदनमसि वरुणसरितसदनमासीद। ओम कलशस्य मुखे विष्णु कंठे रुद्रसमाश्रिता मूले स्थितो ब्रह्मा मध्ये मातृगणा स्मृता कुक्षौ तु सागरा सप्त सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी अर्जुनी गौमती चैव चन्द्रभागा सरस्वती कावेरी कृष्णवेणा च गंगा चैव महानदी ताप्ती गोदावरी चैव माहेन्द्री नर्मदा तथा नदास्त विविधा जाता नद्य सर्वास्तथा परा पृथिव्यां यानि तीर्थानि कलशस्थानि तानि वै सर्वे समुद्रसरितस्तीर्थानि जलदा नदा आयन्तु मम शान्त्यार्थं दुरितक्षयकारका ऋग्वेदोऽथ यजुर्वेद सामवेद थर्वण अङ्गैश्च सहिता सर्वे कलशं तु समाश्रिता ॐ तत्त्वाजामि ब्रह्मण वन्दमानास्तदा शास्त्रे जमानभिर्भिः अहेजमानो वरुणेह बोद्धुरुषगुंसमान आयु प्रमोखिः अस्मिन् कलशे वरुणं सांगं सपरिवारं सायुधं सशक्तिकम् आह्वयामि स्थापयामि। ॐ वं वरुणाय अपां पतये नमः। भगवते श्री वं वरुणाय नमः। आवाहनम् ओम वं वरुणाय नमः आवाहनं समर्पयामि। ओम वरुणाय नमः आसनं समर्पयामि। स्नानं 4 times स्नान यस ओम पादरुपाध्यं समर्पयामि, हस्तवर्घ्यं समर्पयामि, मुखे आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि, सर्वाङ्गस्नानं जलं समर्पयामि। भगवते श्री बं वरुणाय पांपतये नमः। पंचामृतेन स्नानं, पंचामृत स्नान। ओम पंचनद्यः सरस्वतीमपि यन्ति सस्रौतसा, सरस्वती तु पंचदा सोदेशे भवत्सरिता। पंचामृतमयानितं पयोदधिघृतं मधु शर्करा समायुक्तं स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्यतां मिलितुपचार। पंचामृतेन स्नानं पुनः शुद्धोदक स्नानं। वस्त्रं ओम जुवा सुवासा परिवीतागा सौश्रेयन् भवति जायमानतं धीरासकवयुण्यन्ति स्वाध्यो मनसा देवयन्ता। वस्त्रम् उपवस्त्रं समर्पयामि, रक्तसूत्रखण्डद्वयं समर्पयामि, पुष्पं पुष्पमालां परिधापयामि। हैव अ माला? नो फ्लावर। माल्यादीनि सुगन्धिनी मालत्यादीनि वै प्रभो मया ऋतानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रतिगृह्यतां। पुष्पमालां परिधापयामि, पुष्पमालान्ते बिल्मपत्रं। नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमो वर्मिणे च। बिल्मपत्र। ओम नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमो वर्मिणे च वरुथिने च नमः। श्रुताय श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च। चन्दनानुलेपनम्। ओम त्वां गन्धर्वाखनौस्तामिन्द्रस्ता बृहस्पतिः त्वामोखदे सोमो राजविद्वान् यक्ष्मादमुच्चत्त। श्रीखण्डं चन्दनं दिभ्यं गन्धाढ्यं सुमनोहरं विलेपनं सुराश्रेष्ठां चन्दनं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ऑफर चंदन। गुड। माल्यादीनि सुगन्धिनी मालत्यादीनि वै प्रभो मया ऋतानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। अक्षत राइस। अक्षय्यमिवदन्त जव प्रियादुखदस्तोखद स्वाभान भुविप्राण विष्टयामति जोजान् विन्द्रते हरे दुर्वाङ्कुरान्। ओम काण्डात् काण्डात् प्ररोहन्ति परुखा परुखस्परि एवानो दुर्वे प्रतनु सहस्रेण शतेन च। दुब्ग्रास। दुर्वाङ्कुराणि समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीबं वरुणाय अपाम्पतये सांगाय सपरिवाराय सशक्तिकाय नमः। अर्चनम्। अर्चन। ओम रेडी। ओम बं वरुणाय नमः से नमः। ओम बं प्रचेतसे नमः। ओम बं स्वरूपिणे नमः। ओम बं अपाम्पतये नमः। ओम बं मकरवाहनाय नमः। ओम बं जलाधिपतये नमः। ओम बं वासस्थाय नमः। ओम बं अनर्कमणिभूषणाय नमः। ओम बं वरुणाय नमः। ओम बं नानाविधपरिमलपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि भगवते बं वरुणाय नमः। होल्ड अक्षत लिटिल बिट। ओम ब्रह्मा मुरारे स्त्रिपुरन्तकारी भानु शशे भौमिसुतो बुधश्च गुरुश्च शुक्र शनिराहु केतव सर्वे ग्रहा शान्तिकरा भवन्तु। भगवते श्री सूर्यादि समस्त नवदेवताभ्यो नमः। आदिदेवताभ्यो नमः। प्रत्यादिदेवताभ्यो नमः। इष्टदेवताभ्यो नमः। कुलदेवताभ्यो नमः। वास्तुदेवताभ्यो नमः। सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः। सर्वाभ्यो देवीभ्यो नमः। सर्वत्र भद्रमण्डलदेवताभ्यो नमः। षोडशमातर्यै नमः। आदिदेवताभ्यो नमः। श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः इति अर्चनां धूपम् आघ्रापयामि। ओम धूरसि धुर्वधुर्वन्तं धुर्वतं यस्मान् धुर्वतितं धुर्वजं वयं धुर्वामः। देवानामस्य वनितमघोंसस्नितमां वप्रतमांष्टतमां देवहूतमां वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गन्धाढ्यो गन्धोत्तमां आग्रेय सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यतां। दीपम्। ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षोः सृजजायत श्रोत्रा द्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत। भगवते श्रीबं वरुणाय अपाम्पतये नमः। प्रत्यक्षदीपं संदर्शयामि। आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीबं वरुणाय। समस्तदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः। नैवेद्यं प्रसादनाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षगुंसेष्णोर्द्यौः समवर्तता पद्भ्याम्भो मृतिसहस्रोत्रा तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्न नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि श्रीफलं समर्पयामि जाफलिनिर्जाफला पुष्पजाश्च पुष्पिणी बृहस्पतिप्रसुतास्तानमुञ्चन्तकुं हसः ऋतुफलानि समर्पयामि ताम्बूलम्। माताजी ताम्बूल। ओम यत्पुरुषेण विखादेवा यजनमतन्वतव सन्तोषासिदाज्यङ्ग्रेक्ष्मैद्मः सरद्वभिः भगवते श्रीवं वरुणाय नमः ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि द्रव्यदक्षिणाम्। ओम हिरण्यगर्भ समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासीद सदाधार पृथिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विशा विदेमः द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीवं वरुणाय अपां पतये सांगाय सपरिवाराय सशक्तिकाय नमो नमः नमस्करोमि। ओके कर्पूरारती। ओम कर्पूर सारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भगवते श्रीवं वरुणाय पां पतये सांगाय सपरिवाराय सशक्तिकाय नमो नमः। कर्पूर निरांजन आरार्तिक्यं समर्पयामि नमस्करोमि। हस्तो पुष्पक्षतानि गृहीत्वा ओम नमो नमस्ते स्फटिकप्रभाय सुश्वेतहाराय सुमंगलाय सुपासहस्ताय जशासनाय जलादिनाथाय नमो नमस्ते जलादिनाथाय नमो नमस्ते जलादिनाथाय नमो नमस्ते भगवते श्रीवं वरुणाय पां पतये समस्त देवताभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम अनेन पूजनेन श्रीवरुण देवता सहित समस्त देवता इष्ट देवता प्रियंतां नमः। बोलिए वरुण देव भगवान की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। अथ श्री राधा कृष्ण देवता पूजनम स्नानम। ओके भगवान नारायण पूजन कृष्ण। होल्ड फ्लावर एंड राइस। ध्यानम। कस्तूरी तिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुकरे कङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुललितां कंठे च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्रीपरिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणि कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। भगवते श्रीकृष्णाय नमः। परब्रह्मणे श्रीनारायणाय नमो नमः। ध्यानं समर्पयामि, आवाहनं समर्पयामि, आसनं समर्पयामि। स्नानं 4 times स्नान, feet, hand, mouth and tub. ओम पादरूपाध्यं समर्पयामि, हस्तु अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि, मुखे आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि, सर्वांग स्नानं जलं समर्पयामि। भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमो नमः। मिलितोपचार पंचामृतं स्नानम्। ओम पंचनद्यः सरस्वतीमपि यन्ति सस्रोतसा सरस्वती तु पंचना स्वदेशे भवत्सरित पंचामृतमया नीतं पयोदधिघृतं मधु शर्करा च समायुक्तं स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्यतां। मिलितोपचार पंचामृतेन स्नानं समर्पयामि। भगवते श्री विष्णवे नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय नमः। राधाकृष्णाभ्यां नमो नमः। मिलितोपचार पंचामृतेन शुद्धोदक स्नानम्। गंगे च यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिंधु कावेरी स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्यतां। शुद्धोदक स्नानं समर्पयामि। शुद्धबालः सर्वशुद्धबालो मणिवा वस्तस्विना शेताः शेताक्षरुणस्ते रुद्राय पशुपतये कर्ण जामाबलिप्ता रुद्रा नमो रूपाः पार्जन्याः गंगा स्नानजलं समर्पयामि शुद्धोदकस्नानं समर्पयामि। ओम गंगे चमने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिंधु कावेरी स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्यतां भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमो नमः श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः। सुगंधिं तैलं यस ओम त्र्यंबकं सुगंधिं तैलं पुट big thali inside. We have anti-kambal. ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं प्रतिवेदनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् दितो मुक्षीयमामुतः। भगवते श्री कृष्णाय नमः। फर्स्ट वस्त्र ओम जुवा सुवासा परिवीता गासौ श्रेयान् भवति जायमान तम धीरास कवयोन्नयन्ति साध्यो मनसा देवयन्त वस्त्रम् उपवस्त्रं रक्तसूत्रखण्डं द्वयं समर्पयामि चन्दनानुलेपनम्। ओम द्वांगन्धर्वाखनस्तामिन्द्रस्ता बृहस्पतिः त्वामोखधे सोमराजविद्वान् यक्ष्मादमुच्चत्त श्रीखण्डं चन्दनं दिव्यं गण्डाढ्यं सुमनोहरं विलेपनं सुराश्रेष्ठां चन्दनं प्रतिगृह्यताम् अक्षतान् कुङ्कुमं गन्धद्वारां दुर्दासां नित्यपुष्टां करीश्रीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामियोपवये श्रियम् अक्षतान् समर्पयामि अक्षतान्ते पुष्पं पुष्पमालां परिधापयामि माल्यादीनि सुगन्धीनि मालत्यादीनि वै प्रभो मयारितानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमः। दिस गुड। श्रीनारायणाय नमः श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः इष्टदेवाय नमो नमः। पुष्पं पुष्पमालां परिधापयामि। तुलसीदलं समर्पयामि। ओह हैव तुलसीदलं समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीनारायणाय श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः। शरण ओके धूपमाघ्रापयामि। ओम धूरसि धुर्वधुर्वंदम धुर्वतम जस्मान धुर्वतितम अगरबत्ती। ओम वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गंधाढ्यो गंधोत्तमाग्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। धूपमाघ्रापयामि भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमः। प्रत्यक्षदीपं सन्दर्शयामि। दीपक ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षोः सूर्यजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुः प्राणस्तमुखादग्निरजायत। भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमः। प्रत्यक्षदीपं सन्दर्शयामि। आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमो नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। ओम नाभ्यासीदन्तरिक्षगुंसेष्णुर्द्यौः समवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृदिशः श्रोत्रा तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्य नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। श्रीफलं समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीनारायणाय परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः। ओम नाभ्यासीदन्तरिक्षगुंसेष्णुर्द्यौः समवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृदिशः श्रोत्रा तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्न नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। श्रीफलं समर्पयामि। आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि। प्राणाय स्वापनाय स्वव्यानाय सौदनाय समनाय स्वाहा। मध्य मध्य पानीयम् आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीनारायणाय श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ताम्बूल ताम्बूलफलं समर्पयामि जत्पुरुषेण विखादेवाजिनमतन्वदवसन्तोषासिदाज्यङ्ग्रेक्मैद्मः शरद्वभिः द्रवदक्षिणां हिरण्यगर्भा समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकाशिदसदाधारपृथिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विसा विदेमः द्रवदक्षिणां समर्पयामि श्रीनारायणाय नमो नमः कर्पूरनिराञ्जनारार्तिक्यम् Yes. कर्पूरगौरां करुणावतारां संसारसारां भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवां भवानी सहितं नमामि भवां भवानी सहितं नमामि भवां भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरनिराञ्जनारार्तिक्यं समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः नमस्करोमि कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः नमोस्तु अनंताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादातिशिरौरुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः भगवते श्री परब्रह्मणे श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः ध्यानं समर्पयामि ओम अनेन वन टाइम वाटर ओम अनेन पूजनेन श्री राधा कृष्ण देवता प्रियंतां नमः बोलिए श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की श्रीमद् भगवत महापुराण की जय इष्टदेव भगवान की जय भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय 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 श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री सीताराम नमः पार्वतीपतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो stand up slowly first Bedi puja and havan गणपति वन मंत्र फर्स्ट yes फर्स्ट गणपति देवी माँ सर्वतोभद्र भगवान कृष्ण ओके होल्ड फ्लावर एंड अक्षत रेडी ओम नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यस्तभो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यस्तभो नमो नमो गृषेभ्यो गृषपतिभ्यस्तभो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यस्तभो नमो नमः ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे प्रियाणां त्वा प्रियपतिगुं हवामहे निधीनां त्वा निधिपतिगुं हवामहे वसो मम आहमजानि गर्भधमा त्वमजासि गर्भधम ओम गं गणपतये नमः ध्यानं समर्पयामि अम्बे अम्बिके बालिके नमानयति कश्चन ससतशक सुभद्रिकां कां पिलवासिनीं भगवते श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः स्लोली ओम सेकंड देवी माँ ओम विद्युद्धाम समप्रभां मृगपते स्कन्धां स्थितां भीषणां कन्याभिकरबालखेटविलसाधुस्ताभिरासेवितां हस्तैश्चक्रगदाशिखेटविशिखां चापं गुणं तर्जनीं बिभ्राणमनलात्मिकां शशिधरां दुर्गां त्रिनेत्रां भजे। नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः। नमो प्रकृतिभद्राय नियतां मृडतां सुधां भगवते श्रियै षोडशमातर्यै श्रीदुर्गादेव्यै नमो नमः। ध्यानं समर्पयामि। अथ वरुणदेवता पूजनम ध्यानम। ओं वरुणस्योदम्ब नमसि वरुणस्कम्ब सर्जनीस्तो वरुणसरितसदन्यसि वरुणसरितसदनमसि वरुणसरितसदनमसि वरुणसरितसदनमासेद। ओं बं वरुणाय नमः। सांगाय सपरिवाराय सशक्तिकाय नमो नमः। अपां पतये नमो नमः। ध्यानं समर्पयामि आह्वानं समर्पयामि। प्रधान देवता पूजनम। ओम नमोस्तुनंताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादा शिशिरौरुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। श्री परब्रह्मणे श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः। सर्वत्र भाद्रमंडल देवस्था ये नमो नमः। ब्रह्माज स्नानं प्रथमं पुरस्तादे श्रीमतः सुरुचो वेनावः सपुज्ञ उपमासुष्टाः सतस्तोनिमसतस्त्वैवः ब्रह्मादि समस्त भाद्रमंडल देवस्थाय नमो नमः। नवग्रह। ओम आ कृष्णेन रसा वर्तमानो निवेशयन्नमृतं मर्तं च हिरण्येन सवितारथेन देवो जातिर्भुवनानि पश्यन्न सूर्यादि समस्त नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः। ध्यानम् आवाहनं समर्पयामि। भगवते श्री सूर्याय नमः। चंद्रमस्यै नमः। भौमाय नमः। बुधाय नमः। बृहस्पतये नमः। शुक्राय नमः। शनिश्चराय नमः। राहवे नमः। केतवे नमः। सर्वे ग्रहाय नमो नमः। ब्रह्मा मुरारे स्त्रिपुरन्तकारी भानुशसे भूमिसुतो बुधश्च गुरुश्च शुक्र शनि राहु केतव सर्वे ग्रहा शान्तिकरा भवन्तु। धूपम्। ओम वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गंधाढ्यो गंधोत्तमा आग्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ओम धूरस्य धुर्वधुर्वन्तं धुर्वतं ज्योत्स्मान् धुर्वतितं धुर्वजं वयं धुर्वामः देवानां शिवन्निदमघुंसस्निधमं वप्रतमंस्तमं देवहूतमं। वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गंधाढ्यो गंधोत्तमा आग्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यतां। धूपमाग्रापयामि प्रत्यक्षदीपं संदर्शयामि। ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षोः सूर्यजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणस्य मुखादग्निरजायत। इदगुं हविः प्रजननं मे अस्तु दशवीरगुं सर्वगणगुं स्वस्तये आत्मशनि प्रजाशनि पशुशनि लोकशनि भयशनि अग्निः प्रजां बहुलां मे करोतन्नं पयोरेतो अस्मासु दत्त। भगवते श्री नारायणाय नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय नमः। समस्त देवताभ्यो नमो नमः। प्रत्यक्ष दीपं संदर्शयामि। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमः। समस्तदेवाय नमो। नाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षगुंसिष्णोर्द्योः समवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृदिशः श्रोत्रान् तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्नन्नपदेन स नो देहनमीमस सुक्मिणः प्रपददातारदारिकम् ऊर्जन्नो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। तीन थाली। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। श्रीफलं समर्पयामि। ओम जाः फलिनिर्जा फला पुक्पाजाश्च पुक्मिणी बृहस्पति प्रसुतास्तानो मुञ्चन्त गुंहसः ऋतुफलानि समर्पयामि। वन मोर थाली। प्राणाय स्वा अपनाय स्वा व्यानाय स्वा उदनाय स्वा समनाय स्वा मध्य मध्य पानीम आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि। ताम्बूलम्। प्राणाय स्वाहा अपनाय स्वाहा ध्यानाय स्वाहा उदानाय स्वाहा समनाय स्वाहा मध्य मध्य पानीम आचमनीम जलम समर्पयामि ओनली वन तांबुल हैव नो ओम जत्पुरुषेण विखादेवा जजनमतन्वत वसंतो स्यासिदाजंग्रेख्मैद्मः शरद्वभिः भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमः तांबुलं समर्पयामि. Let's put here. This good. Yes, you touch. Mother, you touch. Here. Yes. तांबुलं समर्पयामि द्रव्य दक्षिणा. ओम हिरण्यगर्भ समवर्तताग्रे भूत सजातः पतिरेकासीद सदाधार प्रतिविद्यामते मां कस्मै देवाय विसा विदेमः द्रव्य दक्षिणां समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीनारायणाय नमो नमः. ओम हिरण्यगर्भ समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासीद सदाधार प्रतिविद्यामते मां कस्मै देवाय विसा विदेमः भगवते श्रीनारायणाय समस्तदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः. द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि. ओम हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातपतिरेकासीद सदाधार पृथिविद्यामते मां कस्मै देवाय विसा विदेमः द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि. कर्पूरनिराञ्जन आरार्तिक्यम्. ओम इदगुं हविः प्रजननं मे अस्तु दशवीरगुं सर्वगणगुं सुस्थये आत्मसनि प्रजासनि पशुसनि लोकसन्यभयसनि अग्निः प्रजां बहुलां मे करोतन्नं पयोरेतो अस्मासु धत्त. कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवां भवानी सहितं नमामि. कर्पूरनिराञ्जन आरार्तिक्यं समर्पयामि. जलेन शीतलीकरणम्. ओम देवो शांतिरंतरिक्षगुं शांति पृथिवी शांतिराप शांतिरौषधय शांति वनस्पतय शांति विश्वदेवाः शांति ब्रह्म शांति सर्वगुं शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेधि सुशांतिर्भवतु मंगलं भवतु. नमस्करोमि. ओम नमस्तुनंताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाशिशिरौर्बाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः. नमः कमलनाभाय नमस्ते जलसायिने नमस्ते केशवानंत वासुदेव नमोस्तुते. भगवते श्रीकृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः. इष्टदेवाय नमः. बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. अनेन पूजनेन श्री राधा कृष्ण देवता प्रियंताम नमः. राधा कृष्ण Okay, one mantra Hanuman ji and Bhagwan Shankar ji. One mantra. इसके अंदर होगा देखिए. ओम मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बोद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलावदेहं धनुजवनकृशानं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामदेशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमो नमः। पवनसुताय नमो नमः। अंजनीपुत्राय नमो नमः। ध्यानम् आवाहनं पूजनं समर्पयामि। नैवेद्य कामकल्पयन् नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि श्रीफलं समर्पयामि मुखशुद्ध्यार्ताम्बूलानि समर्पयामि द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकाशिरसदाधारपृथिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमः भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमो नमः। बोलिए हनुमान जी महाराज की जय। भवानी शंकर ध्यानम शंकर जी। ओम नमः संभवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शंकराय च महेश्वराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ओम नमः संभवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शंकराय च महेश्वराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। भगवते श्री सांब सदा शिवाय नमः। त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामितात्। भगवते श्री भवानी शंकराय नमो नमः। ध्यानं समर्पयामि आह्वानं समर्पयामि पूजनं समर्पयामि। बोलिए शंकर भगवान की जय। नाभ्यासीदन्तरिक्षगुंसिष्टोर्द्यौः समवर्तता पद्याम्भो मृदिशः श्रोत्रान् तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्न भगवते श्रीशाम्ब सदा शिवाय नमः। ओम हम हनुमतये श्री शाम्ब सदा शिवाय श्री बालमुकुंदाय नमो नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि दक्षिणा। ओम हिरण्यगर्भ समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकाशिरसदाधार पृथिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीशाम्ब सदा शिवाय नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकाशिरसदाधार पृथिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीशाम्ब सदा शिवाय श्रीहं हनुमतये नमो नमः। बालमुकुंदाय नमो नमः। माल्यादिनि सुगंधिनि मालत्यादिनि वै प्रभो मयारितानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रतिगृह्यतां पुष्पमालां परिधापयामि भगवते श्रीशाम्ब सदा शिवाय नमो नमः। ओखदीः प्रतिमोदध्वं पुष्पवतीः वृषोपर्यस्वायव सचिद्भरिर्विरुदाः पारैष्णवाः। वन्दे देवौमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारिणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदां वन्दे शिवं शङ्करं भगवते श्रीशाम्ब सदा शिवाय नमो नमः। अनेन पूजनेन श्रीशाम्ब सदा शिव हनुमत्देवता सहित समस्त देवता प्रियंतां नमः। बोलिए शंकर भगवान की जय। हनुमान जी महाराज की जय। बाल मुकुंद भगवान की जय। जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री सीताराम। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो। ओके गोइंग आउटसाइड नो हवन। पवित्रो वा सर्वस्तांगतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सहवाह्यभ्यन्तरशुचेः पुण्डरीकाक्षपनातोः 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 अग्निप्रज्वलितम् रेडी रेडी ओम अग्निन्दूतं पुरोदते द्रव्यवाहमुपब्रुवे देवासादयादेह ओम भूर्भुवः स्वाध्यावरिवभुम्न पृथिवी ब्रह्मरेवणातशास्ते पृथिवी देवजनपृष्ठे अग्निदं मन्नादयन्ता दध्ये ओम उद्बुद्ध्य स्वाग्निप्रजागृतमिष्टपृते सगुं सृजेदामञ्च अस्मिन् सदस्ते आध्योतरस्मिन् विश्वदेवा जजमानसि दत्त चत्वारि श्रृंगा त्रयो अस्य पादा द्वे शीर्षे सप्ता हस्तासु अस्य त्रिदावदो रीखबोरोरवेति महो देवमर्त्याभिदेवसः भगवते श्री अग्नये नमः। ओम मुखं य सर्वदेवानां हव्यभुक् तथा पितॄणां च नमस्तुभ्यं विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे। गन्धद्वारां दुर्दासां नितपुष्टां गरीषिणीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तां योपवये श्रियं गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि भगवते श्री अग्निदेवताभ्यो नमः। ओम मनुर्ज्योतिर्जुघतामजस बृहस्पतिर्यज्ञमिमं तनोतरिष्टं यज्ञगुंसमिमं दधातु विश्वे देवासयमादयन्तामो प्रतिष्ठा। फर्स्ट घी आवती ओनली घी। ओम समिन्धाग्निन्दुवशधृतै बोधयदाति धम्मास्मिन् हव्याजुहोतन स्वाहा। एवरीबॉडी स्वाहा। ओम इदमग्ने हव्यवाहना इदं नमः। ओम सुसमिद्धाय शुचिते धृतं तीव्रं जुहोतनाग्ने जातविदसे स्वाहा। इदमग्ने जातविदसे इदं नमः। ओम तत्वा समिद्भिरङ्गिरो धृतेन वर्धयामचि बृहच्चविष्टय स्वाहा। इदमग्ने अंगिरसे इदं नमः। ओम अयं दैत्म आत्मजात वेदस्तेनेधस्सो वर्धस्सो चेद्धय वर्धय चास्मान प्रजाय पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवच्चसेनना देन समेदय स्वाहा। इदमग्निभ्यः हव्यवाह जात वेदांगिरसेभ्य इदं नमः। ओम देवसविता प्रसुभयज्ञं प्रसुभयज्ञपतिं भगाय दिव्यो गन्धर्वुके तपो केतन्न पुनादुवाचस्पतिर्स्व दधातु अग्नये नमः। ओम प्रजापतये स्वाहा। लिटिल बिट सामग्री, यस लिटिल लिटिल। ओम प्रजापतये स्वाहा। ओम प्रजापतये स्वाहा। Here you just side, no top. Om idamagne namo om somaya swaha. Everybody say swaha. Om indraya swaha. Idam indraya namama. Om bhuswaha. Idam agnaya namama. Om bhuvaswaha. Idam vayave namama. Om suswaha. Idam suryaya namama. Om tanno agnivarunasya vidvan devasya hedo abhayasi sishtabhishtabhanitama sojatan vishwadvesakong se pramadhyasma swaha. Idam agnivarunabhya namama. Om sattanno agnibabo babo dinedishva sauka sobhyushtabhaya channavarunam radato bihimridakong sobenedi swaha. इदम अग्निवर्णाभ्यां नमः। ओम अयासाग्ने सनभिषस्तिवासतमतमयासि अयानो यज्ञम्बास्यानुदेवे खजगुं स्वाहा। इदम अग्ने ऐसे नमः। ओम जेते सतं वरुणं ये सहस्रं यज्ञपासवितताते महान्ततेर्भिन्नोति सवितो विष्णुमुचन्तु मरुता स्वर्ग स्वाहा। इदं वरुणाय सवित्रे विष्णवे विश्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो मरुद्भ्यः सर्केभ्यश्च नमः। ओम उदुत्तमं वरुणपासमस्मादमादमं विमध्यगुं श्रथाय अथा वयमादित्यप्रतितवानग सदितय श्याम स्वाहा। ओं बं वरुणाय नमः। हरि ओं ओं सहस्रशीरिखा पुरुष सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपाद सभूमि घुं सर्वद स्मृतदतिष्ठदशाङ्गुलाम्। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं पुरुष एवेद घुं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्चवाभ्यं मौतामृततश्वैशानो जदन्यनातिरोहति। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं एतावानस्य महिमा तुजायांश पुरुषपादस्य विश्वभूतानि त्रिपादस्य मृतं दिवि। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं त्रिपादोर्दौदैत्पुरुषपादस्येहा भवत् पुनः ततो विख्वं विक्रमशासनानसने अभि। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं ततो विराट जायत विराजोऽधिपुरुष सजातोऽतिरिचत पश्चात् भूमि मथो पुरा। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं तस्माद्धजना सर्वभूतः संवृतं बृहदाज्यम् अपशंस्तासक्रेवायभ्यनारण्यग्राम्यस्तजे। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं तस्माद्धजना सर्वभूतरिचः सामानि झज्निरे छन्दागुंसिजनिरे तस्मादजायतं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं तस्माद् स्वाजायन्त जे केचो भयादतः गावोः झज्निरे तस्मात् जाता जावय। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं तं यज्ञं वरेकि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रत तेन देवाय जन्त साध्यारिखस्तजे। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं यत्पुरुषं व्यददुः कतिदा व्यकल्पयन् मुखाङ्किमस्सित् किं बाहु किमुरुपाद उच्यते। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीद्बाहु राजन्यः कृतः ऊरु तदसजद्वैस्सह पद्भ्यागुंशुद्रोजायत। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं चन्द्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षोः सूर्यो जायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षगुंसेष्णोर्द्यौः समवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृतिसह श्रोत्रान् तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं यत्पुरुषेण विघादेवा जन्मतन्वद वसन्तो स्यासिदाज्यं गृह्मैद्मः सरद्दभिः। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं सप्ताशासन् परिदय स्त्रीः सप्तसमिदः कृताः देवाय दग्नन्दन्वाना अवज्ञन् पुरुषं पशुम्। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवास्तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यसन्नतेहनाकं महिमानः सचन्द यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः। ओं श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओं आदिदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं प्रत्यादिदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं इष्टदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं कुलदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं ग्रामदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं स्थानदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं वास्तुदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं सर्वाभ्यो देवीभ्यो स्वाहा। ओं सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। ओं सर्वेभ्यो पितृभ्यो श्रद्धा सिद्धिबुद्धिसहिताय श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये नमः स्वाहा। ओं सतन्नो अग्निवर्णस्य विद्वान् देवसेडो अभयासिताभिष्टोबनितमगुंस स्वाहा। स्वाधुयाताग्नये विश्वनाराय नमः। ओं जदस्य कर्मणो तद जदस्य कर्मणो तरीरिचं यद्वान्यूनमिहा कर्माग्निशिष्टकृत सर्वं स्विष्टकृतं सुहूतं सुहूते सर्वप्रायश्चितहूतीनां कामनां समर्धयत्रे सर्वान्न कामसमर्धय स्वाहा। इति स्विष्टकृतहवनम् पूर्णाहुतिं। ओं मूर्धानन्दिवो आरतिं पृथिव्या वैश्वानरमृता जातमग्निं कवेकुं सम्भ्राजमतिथिञ्जनानां सन्नपात्रं जनयन्त देवः। ओं पूर्णादर्विपरापद सुपूर्णा पुनरापद वसनेव विक्रीडावः इखमूर्जगुंसतक्रतो। ओं पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते स्वाहा। इदमग्नये वैश्वनराय वसुरुद्रादित्येभ्यः सतक्रतभ्यः सप्तपतेऽग्नेभ्यः पुरुषाय श्रियै पूर्णाहुत्यै च नमः। वसोर्धारा लिटिल बिट घी। ओं वसोः पवित्रमसि शतधारं वसोः पवित्रमसि सहस्रधारं मदेव सत्वा सविता पुनातु वसोः पवित्रेण सद्धारेण सुक्वा कामदुक्षस् स्वाहा। इदं वाजा दिव्योग्नये वैष्णवे रुद्राय सोमाय वैश्वनराय च नमः। अग्नि प्रार्थना। ओं श्रद्धां मेधां यश प्रज्ञां विद्यां पुष्टिं श्रियं बलं तेजः आयुष्य आरोग्यं देहि मे हव्यवाहन। बोलिए यज्ञस्वरूप भगवान की, यज्ञ भगवान की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की, व्यास जी महाराज की, सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। जय श्री राम। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। नमः पार्वतीपतये, हर 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 महादेव शंभो। Everybody going inside and Kalash Shobhayatra first? Yes.
Everybody please go over to the mandir, please.
good, yeah. This one? then like if you look at Yeshwan Vaishnav, his is really stiff, but he gets a crisp.
Yeah, I like that crispness.
Yeah, that's more like the Delhi style. Like,
Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Radhe Radhe. If everyone could please take your seats, we're about to start Vyas Puja, and in the meantime, we can have a bhajan or two. Thank you.
जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे मम वदन स्वीकार करो प्रभु चरण शरण हम आए तुम्हारे जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला जय नंदलाल जय जय श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंदलाल हरि का प्यारा नाम है गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई। जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। शांति देव
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मामदेव। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Please be seated.
Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Radhe Radhe. Once more, Radhe Radhe. On behalf of Bhavani Shankar Mandir, all of the pundits, volunteers, and everyone who's made this possible, we'd like to welcome you to our 15th annual Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran Katha. Please give that a round of applause. For 15 years, our mandir has been preserving this very ancient tradition. And so, Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran is one of the most important, it is one of the most oldest scriptures that we have, but its teachings are the most applicable for us today. This season or this time of Bhagvat Mahapuran is a very festive one. It always brings together warmth, it brings people together, it brings communities together, and it allows us to gather to listen to this very beautiful katha. The reason why we do this katha every year outside in the tent is because this was done by our forefathers in Guyana. The same style that they are doing, we want to do that in Canada as well, so that we're preserving these ancient traditions that kept our culture alive in Guyana as well. I want to thank you all for being here. Everyone is dressed up so nicely, and I hope everyone is prepared to listen to this very beautiful katha. You'll learn, or you'll hear about Shukdev Muni, the parrot-mounted sage. You'll learn about Raja Parikshit, what he has to go through, and of course, the reason why this story or this Bhagvat Mahapuran came in the first place. And this, of course, will be conducted and recited by our very own Pandit Hardat Ashwarm, our Vyasji, who of course needs no introduction. So without further ado, I'd like to pass it over to him so that we may begin these very beautiful 7 days, or 7 nights rather, of Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran Katha. Prem se bolo Shri Vyasi Maharaj ki jai.
Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Shri Banke Bihari Lal ki jai. Bal Krishna Lal ki jai. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvamangalmangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Dhyaye Nityam Mahesham Rajat Girnibham Charu Chandra Vatansam रत्नाकल्पोज्ज्वलाङ्गं परशुमृगवरा भीतिहस्तं प्रसन्ना पद्मासीनं समन्तात् स्तुतिर्मर्गणो व्याघ्रघृतिं वसानं विश्वाद्यं विश्वबीजं निखिलभयहरं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रम् ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमः। ध्येयं सदा परिभवग्नमभीष्टदोहं तीर्थस्पदं शिवविरञ्चीमुतं शरण्यं भृत्याटिहं प्रणतपालभवाब्धिपोतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्। ध्येयं सदा सवितृमण्डलमध्यवर्ति नारायणाय सरिसिजा सरिसन्निविष्टा केयुरवान् करकुण्डलवान् किरीटी हारे हिरण्मयवपुरघृतशङ्खचक्रः करारविन्दे न पदारविन्दम् मुखारविन्दे विनवेशयन्तम् वतस्य पत्रस्य पुतेशयानं बालमुकुन्द मनसा स्मरामि बालमुकुन्द मनसा स्मरामि। करारविन्दे न पदारविन्दम् मुखारविन्दे विनयेशयन्तम् वतस्य पत्रस्य पुतेशयानं बालमुकुन्द मनसा स्मरामि। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारी श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। विक्रेतु कामाखिल गोप कन्या मुरारी पादार्पित चेत वृत्ति
दद्यादिकं मो भवसाद भो
सुन्दरमाधवेति वंशी विभूषितकराननवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरादरुणबिम्बफलधरोष्ठाट् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखारविन्द्रनेत्र कृष्णात् पदं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने कृष्णत्वदीयपदपङ्कजपञ्जरन्दे अध्येतमे विशतु मनसा राजहंसा प्राणाप्रयाणसमये कवपद्वितैः कण्ठारोधनविद्यो स्मरणं कुतस्ते अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरम्. If we're going to read about someone that is so sweet, that is so kind, that brings sweetness to everyone he comes in contact with. You know, every Sunday I say the same thing at the temple when we sing the Madhurashtakam, that honey is something, if you come in contact with it physically, it sticks on to you, no? You touch it, especially the real one, which I've had some contact with recently. It sticks on to you, it has a bit of a wax, it sticks on to you. You try to wipe it off with a tissue, it is still there. And this is Sri Krishna Bhagavan. If you try to get rid of him from your life, he will still be there. If you try to forget about him, he will still be there. If you have ever had him though, he will always be there. So this is beautiful Madhurashtakam. A few verses reminds us about the grace and the sweetness of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. You know, in the Srimad Bhagvat Katha, my desire is for you to enjoy the moments you spend with us. It's for you to enjoy these moments which you spend with us. Because if you don't enjoy these moments, it will just go and the katha will be finished and you'll ask, what have we just experienced here today? So enjoy these moments of the katha. Whatever you can remember, remember. But just enjoy it and let the sweet sound of Krishna always be with you. I'm going to ask the volunteers in advance if they can go downstairs, the men, and bring about 50 chairs up. We don't have enough chairs here, and this should have been fixed, but we're going to have this problem later in the katha, and it is not pleasant to sit here and watch this. So if you guys can fix that, we'll appreciate it. Bole Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Everyone, let us sing together. Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram adharam madhuram vadanam
madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram
hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram vachanam madhuram charitam madhuram vasanam madhuram vanitam madhuram charitam madhuram pranitam madhuram madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram. Venu रूपं मधुरं
तिलकं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. On behalf of our mandir, we'd like to extend a sincere welcome to all of you, as Pandit Bhuvan spoke about earlier. This is our 15th annual Srimad Bhagavad Katha, and today is a real reminder of what happens to our Katha every single year. Every single year it's not a problem, it is what it is. If rains don't fall in abundance and don't pour and cause some worry or physical inconvenience, then it is not a BSM event. So, I remember the very first Bhagavad Katha we had outside here. The very first Katha, there was no concrete and so here, asphalt and thing like that. It was all land. So when we bought the land, we did a Bhagavad Katha here. And the only solid place in the whole tent was the stage. So everywhere else it was dirt because we didn't get permit, and so it was the first Katha. And today I'm forced to reflect on that because I remember in that Katha the rains poured and poured. And one evening when we came in, they had to remove all the chairs. There's big water pump pumping out water here. It was flooded. The Shrotas who came to do puja, they were bailing out water from the land. And but somehow it works, we find ways to make things work. The Katha was a success. Everything went well. But it wouldn't be a BSM event if we have something and there are no rains. So it is a Bhagavad Katha for our temple, and there has to be rain. But we're prepared for that, and I'm so happy that all of you have joined us. This is indeed a reward for us to be here today, to listen to Bhagavad Katha. And I want to thank our Shrotas as well, Devika and her family. Devika and Vishal and their children are Shrotas today. And the note says they're, of course, giving thanks for a successful year of school. Devika's since she's coming to the temple, she's always in school, and she's a full-time nurse as well. But she has recently completed her certification, and we want to ask Bhagwanji's blessings on her and her family for being there and for doing what they do. Today is also their 17th year wedding anniversary, so please give one of them a big round of applause as they celebrate 17 years of bliss, of marital bliss together. This is the second time we are celebrating with them in Bhagavad Katha. 1 year it was a Janmashtami night. Happy anniversary to both of you, and we wish all of you the blessings of Sri Krishna. Also today, Auntie Kamal is one of our sponsors. We don't have a Bhagavad or a Katha or something without Auntie Kamal being one of our sponsors. She's naturally attached to this temple in so many ways, and we ask Bhagwan Shri Krishna's blessings on her for good health and happiness always, and for always doing her part for our dharma. Thank you, Auntie Kamal, for being here as well today. And also to Ganesh and Vidya and Gauri, who are our Shrotas today. They are devotees of the temple, volunteers here as well. And today, in the first session of the Katha, they are here to give thanks. We ask Bhagwan's blessings to your family, and long life and happiness to all of you as well. And our Mukhya Jajman, we call Mukhya Jajman means the main Jajman. It doesn't mean everybody else is not the main. It's just that Tara and Vic and their family will be sitting. They are sponsors of the Bhagavad for 7 days. Every single day they'll be here. which makes them Mukhya Jajman. Tara has gone through a lot in her life, and so has Vic. And over the past years, 5 years or so, they have had some losses in the family. And today, they are giving thanks to Bhagwan Krishna in memory of all the beloved ones who has gone to the beyond. And of course, their prayers are with their dear mother, Auntie Chan, their son Dave, who left them 5 years ago. I remember that very much because I performed that funeral for Dave and was there with Tara them. May their Atma attain Mukti. And I've watched Tara over the years grief, but I've watched her as well grow stronger with the prayers of God. Bhagwan's blessings to you, Tara, and to your family. They are doing this with Vidhi and Vidhan, means with all the rules. They have done Shraddha at their home, Gita at their home, and today we're here to do this. Today we have some virtual sponsors as well, Auntie Lalita Gobin and Uncle Bhims. They're wishing happy heavenly 61st anniversary to Brother Jai. And today they said their final goodbye by disposing of his bhasma, his ashes. We ask that his Atma attain Mukti, and Uncle Beams and Auntie Lalita are here as well to continue to pray for Uncle Jai. From Auntie Delaney, in memory of Uncle Jai Pal Narayan, who would have been celebrating their 61st wedding anniversary, we pray that Bhagwanji bless her with strength to deal with the separation of life, and may her prayers always carry strength in the soul of Uncle Jai. Bole Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Nama Parvati Pataye Har 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 Mahadev Shambho. Now we begin our Katha. Govind mero hai, Gopal mero hai, Shri Banke Bihari Nandlal mero hai, Shri Banke Bihari Nandlal mero hai. गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, गोविंद
मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है,
गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है,
गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है।
ओ श्री बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है,
श्री बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है,
गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है,
गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है।
श्री हरि। मेरे बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है, मेरे बांके बिहारी
नंदलाल मेरो है,
ओ मेरे बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है,
मेरे बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है,
ओ मेरे बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है, मेरे
बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है,
गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है,
गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है,
ओ गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है,
गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है,
ओ गोपाल मेरो है,
गोपाल मेरो है,
मेरे बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है, मेरे
बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है,
गोपाल मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है. Let us clasp our hands to the first verse of the Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran, which is taken from the Padma Puran. Satchidananda Rupaya. Please repeat after me. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Bole Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. The Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran needs no introduction to any one of us. This Puran, among the 18 Puranas that have been established for Hindu Sanatan Dharma, this Purana is considered Panchama Ved. Ye Amar Granth, ye Mukti Panth, ye Panchama Ved Nirala, Nav Jyoti Jagane Wala, Nav Jyoti Jagane Wala. Ye Amar Granth, ye Mukti Panth, ye Amar Granth hai. This is the immortal Granth, the immortal Katha. Amar means immortal. When you listen to the Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran, or more so, live the Bhagvat Mahapuran, then life becomes immortal. Meaning that yes, we will die physically one day, but our Atma will never, the impressions of this life will never die. This is why it's called the Panchama Veda. And that is why I want to implore you, come on, where is it? Bhagavad Katha is done, go and sit and listen. I like all of you, through this 7 days, just sit and listen. Through your ears it will go, but it will stay with you. And if it stays with you, it purifies you. The first verse says, Satchidananda Rupaya. The first shlokas of the Prathamodhyaya comes from the Padma Puran. So Vyasji takes the Padma Puran. Imagine that, the writings of Mahalakshmi in the Padma Puran, and places it to introduce the Srimad Bhagavatam. And how does Vyasji Bhagwan bow to Krishna? Vyasji did not say to Krishna, he didn't call him any name. He is Satchit Ananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadi Hetave. That Krishna, you are the very form of Sat, Chit or Ananda. This simply means Bhagwan Shri Krishna is the form of truth, consciousness and bliss. I'd like to welcome Pandit Rupnath Sharma from the Sri Ram Mandir, from GIA, and members of the Ram Mandir as well. Bole Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. When Vyasji bows down to Krishna as Satchit Ananda Rupaya, as the very form of truth, consciousness and bliss, he tells us that Bhagwan is way beyond the form of Krishna that we see. The Lord is more greater than the form of Krishna that we see. Why did Vyasji say, Bhagwan aap hai Satya? Satya barabar tap nahi, jhoot barabar paap, jaake hriday Satya hai, vaake hriday aap. There is nothing that is greater in this world than truth. That is why Vyasji says, Satchidananda Rupaya. Krishna, I bow to that form of yours that is Sat, truth, Chit or Anand. Chit means consciousness, Anand is bliss. Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. And Krishna, who are you? You are the one who removes the Tapatrayaha, the three sources or the three origins of problems. Every problem that we have in this life has an origin. everything. And there are three sources according to our Bhagavad Mahapuran. That is having originated from our own body or mind. This is the biggest one because we are the biggest disturbance in our own life sometimes. When obstacles are formed because of the mind and the body, that is one source. The others, that inflicted by other creatures around us. And third, that which is caused by natural calamities. Vyasji bows to Krishna and says, Prabhu, when we bow to you, Prabhu Krishna, we bow to you and you help to elevate us from the three sources of calamities, tapatraya vinashaya. Vyasji now recognizes, Yam pravrajantam apeta krityam dvaipayano viraha katura juhavaha putreti tanmayataya tarayo bhinestum sarvabhut hridayam munimanatosmi. Vedavyasa, who is the writer of the Purana, Shukdev Mahamuni now is highlighted. Shukadeva Mahamuni is the parrot-mouthed sage. If you see here, we have our Shukdev Mahamuni. He's come from Vrindavan. He's not a Brahmtonian. He's an Indian, and he's here for many years narrating the Katha. He is the son of Vyasa, the opening part of the Bhagavatam tells us. And he stayed in his mother womb longer than anyone would have. It is said that he stayed for over 16 years because he was afraid of the Maya of the world. He stayed in the womb of his mother and he was afraid to come out because he was afraid that his purity will be taken away by Maya. What is Maya? Maya is the illusions in this age of Kali Yuga. So he stayed there, but finally when he came out, there's a story behind him as well. Finally when he came out, it is said here, Yam prabrajantam apeta krityam dvaipayano viraha katurajuhava. He walked straight away from his parents, from Vyasdeva and his wife, and he went straight ahead. He was a Nanga Sant. He did not wear any janeo, he did not wear any clothing, but he walked straight away and he left. Vyasji became very worried about this, that his son did not even receive the Upnayan Sanskar. In our tradition, it is so stated that depending on the lifestyle that you live, the boys take Upnayan Sanskar. Today the West is embracing women taking Upanayan Sanskar for many other reasons, but there is no Vidyan Vidhan in a Hindu perspective that says they should. But going back to Bhagavad, Shukadeva Mahamuni walks away. Vyasji Bhagwan was very disturbed by this, but he respects the fact that his child was not sent into this world for him to nurture and for him to say, you're my child and you're educated. We tell all the youths of this temple and many others when we meet them, our purpose here is very different. When we hover over our children, yes, they are ours. They have only come through us. They have only come through us, that is it. But when they're here for a bigger reason. And one of that reason is to make a better life for people, as they do for themselves as well. So Vyasji narrates this Katha and he says Shukadeva Mahamuni went away, and after he went away, the dialogue continues that Sutji Maharaj, now a great saint, Sutaji Maharaj was one day narrating to the rishis, Shaunak and other rishis, and all of them asked Sutaji Maharaj, is the beginning of the Bhagavad, setting up the foundation. They asked Sutji Maharaj, Ki Sutji, Priti Shaunak Chitete Yato Vachit Vimarchayaha Sarva Siddhanta Nishpannam Sansar Bhayanashanam Bhaktyo Dhavardhanam Yachah Krishnasto He Krutam Yadaha Tadaham Te Bhidhyasyami Savadhanataya Shrunuhum. So what happens here? Sudji Maharaj one day gathered, and Shaunak Muni and all of them, all the great sages asked him that, "O great sage, tell us from the love of your heart, in this age of Kali Yuga, what is the one thing among many, but one thing that will be able to purify the minds of people?" We all know what many ways of purification, but what will be one thing that will purify the minds of people? What is the one thing? And so Sudji Maharaj says to all of them, in this age of Kali Yuga, that which will dispel the darkness from people's life, Kala vyala mukha grasa trasa nirnana shahet ave. That one thing which will not only shed light for you to walk on. You know, if there's darkness, if you have a torchlight, most likely what will happen in the torchlight is that you take the torchlight and you're seeing your part. You're seeing your part. You're able to walk. You're able to, go forward. But what happens is that there's a whole bunch of people around you, and they need to walk as well. It is dark for them too. So how are they going to walk with one torchlight? It's only pointing one direction. Sudji Maharaj is saying the Srimad Bhagavatam is like the floodlight. We only have a few lights here tonight, about 5-6 lights maybe, those there. But they're providing light for the entire audience, the entire congregation. Sudji Maharaj is saying, this is the Bhagavatam. Not a little torchlight to just shed light on your life. There is a bigger place than where we live in. There's a bigger place than our home. There is a bigger space than our home. It's called the community, it's called the world. And we have to take care of all of them. We may not be able to reach all of them, but we have to do a little bit to take care of all of them. How do we start? The Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran Katha is the light that sheds light to everyone, not only on the self. Sudji Maharaj says, one day he visited Narad Muni, and Narad Muni was very sad. Narad Muni was extremely sad, and he asked Narad Muni, the kumaras, the 4 sons of Brahma, asked Narad Muni in their interaction with him, Naradji, why is your face so sad? Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. 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 Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Aham to prithviyato gyatva sarvotamamiti pushkaram cha prayagam cha kashi godavari tatha harikshetram kurukshetram shrirangam setubandhunam evamaadeshu tirtheshu brahmamana itastada. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Oh He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Naradji says once the kumaras visited, Sudji says once the kumaras, the 4 sons of Bhagwan Brahma, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar, They were mind-born, they're very pure. They visited the sage Narad. And the Bhagavatam says Narad had a long face. Long face meaning he was upset about something. It was not pleasant. And so what they asked him, Naraji, why is it that you are so unpleasant? They say that, I think in some ways it's true, when you want to know the mood of a person, you look directly in their face or in their eyes. And there you see everything. The expression of joy or the expression of sadness. All is present in the face of a person. You know, there's a profession called face reading. It is in the courts, it's in many places where when trials are happening, you've seen this in the movies, and people who have gone into the court system have seen this as well. I was never in the court system, by the way, but I see a lot of it on TV because I like to watch those shows. They have professional people hired. They have professional people hired to go and read the face. They look at the expression. Now that tells me naturally that, you know, if I'm eating a sour piece of tamarind, you know what tamarind is, right? Tamarind? Or something sour, no? I don't think all of you know what tamarind is. If I'm eating something very sour, you will see an expression of sourness on my face. But if I eat something sweet, you will see as well an expression of sweetness on my face. Similarly, when you experience something, right, that is unpleasant, or you're not prepared to embrace that unpleasantness, it shows right on your face. It shows right deep in the eyes. That is one thing that you cannot hide. It is one thing that you cannot hide. The expression of your emotions. And so what happens? Naraji, he has this long face. The four brothers approached him. And the four brothers asked him, why is it that you are so unpleasant? Why is it that you're so unpleasant? Naraji says, well, let me tell you. Aham tu prataviya to gyatva sarvotamamitihi. Naraji says that I went to the earth, prataviya to. I went to the earth. I went to Rome there because I heard it's a very pleasant place. Aham tu prataviya to gyatva sarvotamamitihi. I toured the entire Bharat. I toured the entire Bharat. Bharat is what we call India today. We are trying our best in our little Katha to raise the awareness of people. India that you call today, it is Bharat. Bharat Varshe, Bharat Kande. It is Bharat Varsh. It came from the Bhagavatam. You will hear the Katha of Jada Bharata. Bharat was named after a king called Bharat. We are telling our people to please every day stop saying the word Ganges. Everybody says, I went to see the Ganges. Please do not say Ganges. We don't have something called Ganges. We have something called Ganga. And she's our ma. We don't have something called the Himalayas. We have someone called Himalaya. Himalaya, the mountain. So we're trying our best every day to educate our young people at least. The older ones are hard to change. But the youngsters should have an appreciation of the depth of our culture. And that starts from Bharata. Naraji toured the entire Bharata. And when he toured Bharata, he says, Harikshetram, Kurukshetram, Srirangam, Setubandhanam. Where did he go? Just to give you a little bit of geography of Bharata, he went to Harikshetra, Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is in a place called Haryana, about 3.5-4 hours from New Delhi, depends on how you drive. It's a very beautiful place that they have preserved a lot in Kurukshetra University. The field is there where the Mahabharata war was fought. Bhishma Kunda is there, Bhishma temple is there where Bhishma gave up his prana. That place where Draupadi washed her hair with the blood of Dushasana is still there today. All of that they have preserved in a place called Kurukshetra. I wouldn't get much into that. Kurukshetra is known in Bharat today as a place of the greatest wrestlers. They come from Kurukshetra. Naraji says, I went to Kurukshetra. I went to Srirangam. Srirangam is a very not the holiest place in Bharata. I went to Setubandhanam. Setubandhu is Rameshwar, the tip of Bharat. Lekin evamadishu tirteshu brahmanam etastadaha. Pushkaram Prayagam cha Kashim Godavari tataha. I went to a place called Pushkar. He's telling the 4 sons. Pushkar is about 2.5 hour drive from Rajasthan, where you can find the only Brahma temple in the world. It is, I went there. It's a very peaceful, very, very peaceful place. Pushkar, where the Brahma Tirtha is, where creation began. Naraji says, I went to Pushkar. Where did I go to? Prayag. Prayagraj. I went to Prayag. I went to Kashi. Everybody know what is called, what did West call it today? Or Varanasi or Banaras. Wahi hai Kashi, hamara Kashi. It is now named Kashi. Kashi is now so rebuilt. The struggles people used to have to go through the little gully. A few months ago we were there. You can access Kashi Bhagwan, Kashi Vishwanath from the Ganga. From the tip of the Ganga Ma in Kashi, you can access the temple. It is extremely well done. Kashim Godavari Tatha. I went to the Godavari river. So the 4 sons says, Naraji, you went to all these holy places. You would think that if a person go to these places, they would actually feel very happy. But why is your face so long? Naraji says, Ek problem hai bhaiya. Satyam nasti tapasaucham dayadanam na vidyate. I have not found the truth. I have not seen any tapasya. I have not seen saucham. I have not seen cleanliness. Dayadanam. Although I went to all these places, I did not see anyone having mercy. Up to today, there is no mercy in those places. We went to Vrindavan in 2017. I took my family there to see Bihariji, and they nearly died. You know why they nearly died, Bihariji? Because there was 1 million people trying to get into the temple. And if you fell down, it would be a pleasure for them. Because they'll step right on you to get to Bihariji. Apne aankhon se dekha. I have seen it with my eyes, and you have as well. If you fall along with your family, that's good. They'll walk upon you to get to Bhagwanji. Naradji said, Kumaras, I have not seen daya. I have not seen compassion at these places. Navidyate. Daya danam, I have not seen charity at these places. Navidyate, I have not seen people embracing knowledge at these places. I want to tell all of you today, we are looking to go to holy places of Tirtha to get blessings. We are looking to go to Gangama, to Yamuna Devi, to Kashi, to Gaya to get blessings and to do good. Many people come in our temple and they say all the time, please give dan. People are hungry in India, they are hungry in Africa. But you know, in Brampton here, how many people are hungry? You know, right here in Brampton, the people you sit next to at work, the people that are crossing the pathway there, you know how many of them have not eaten in days? But we attach, or we think that blessings only can be received when we help places where, you know, where suffering is happening. Suffering is right here. Suffering is everywhere. An expression of kindness to somebody, an expression of a good heart to somebody, you get blessing from that too. Naraji says, he's confirmed, I have gone to all these places, but I have not found peace. Satyam nasti, people, I have not seen truth being spoken at these holy places. And most of all, let me tell you my experience when I went to one place. Evam pashyantu kale doshanah paryatatra vanimaham yamunam tatapatram panno yatra lila harerabhut tatra tascheva maya dushtam Shruyatam tanmunishwarah ekatu taruno tatra nishanna khinnamanasaha. Narad says, but Kumaras, my 4 sons, I went to one place. And when I went to this one place, I had a very, very different experience. What was that place, they ask? That place, he says, is called Vrindavan. When I went to Vrindavan, I saw a young lady, a young girl standing at the bank of Yamuna. Yamuna today is not like Ma Ganga. It is not as clean as Ma Ganga. Yamunotri is where it begins. But it is highly polluted, and they're working their best to, you cannot take a snan, a bath, as you would in the Ganga and the Yamuna. It is polluted, but they're doing their best to revive it. Naraji says, I saw a young lady standing on the bank of the Yamuna, and beside her were two old, feeble men in pain. They were in pain. I approached the young lady, and she spoke to me. It's one of my favorite verses. Bho bho sadhu shrinam tushtah machintam apinashaya darshanam tavalokasya sarvatad haram param bahuda tab vakyena dukha shantir bhavishyati yada bhagyam bhaved bhuro bhavato darshanam tada. Shri Krishna Chand Bhagwan ki. Has this ever happened to you before, when you see somebody and you feel very happy seeing them? Has that ever happened to you? You see somebody and you feel very happy. I see all of you here, I feel very happy today. I saw my brother Sunny and Basanti coming out, I feel happy. Right? I see Uncle Mahin is here, I feel happy. These are roots of the temple. I see all of you, I see people I don't know, I feel very happy. But has it ever happened to you as well that when you see somebody, you feel very unhappy as well? Don't tell me. Keep that one to yourself. You just see somebody and you feel very unhappy. It's natural in life. We want to play saintly sometimes by saying it doesn't exist. It is there. When this young lady saw the Sant Naraji, she said right away, Bho bho sadhu shunam tishta mat chinta maninashaya. Are ho, pious soul, she says, you look like someone auspicious and your aura resembles that of a pious person. I bow to you. Please put an end to my grief. By the look of you and the energy you carry, it seems like you can help me ascend. Many people, we can dampen people's lives, and many of us as well, we can elevate people's lives. We have the ability to suffocate each other, and we have the ability to elevate each other. Imagine. An animal has the ability to do one thing alone, but a human being, we are multi-blessed in so many ways. What are we going to choose to do? The looks of the saint. Tulsidas Ji mentions in the Ramayana that the saint is not someone who wears a certain garb. I have, in my limited knowledge, never read where a saint should look this way. In India, there are millions of saints there, they all look very differently. Some shave every day, some has never shaved. Some has never cut their hair, some bald their hair every day. So what is the actual look of a saint? This is real life, right? Long hair, some of them don't have. Long beard, some of them don't have. Some of them wear white, some of them wear yellow, some of them orange, different. So what is the true look or the mark of a saint? It is never, I have never read it, where a saint has to look a certain way. But what has been written is that a saint gives an aura. A saint behaves in a certain way. Which makes me feel that all of us here in some way, we are saints. Santan ke sang lag re, teri achhi banegi. Santan ke sang lag re, teri achhi banegi. अच्छी बनेगी तेरी बिगड़ी बनेगी, अच्छी बनेगी तेरी बिगड़ी बनेगी, अच्छी बनेगी तेरी बिगड़ी बनेगी, अच्छी बनेगी तेरी
बिगड़ी बनेगी।
संतन के संग लाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी, संतन के संग लाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी। कागज तो है हंस बनावे, कागज तो है
हंस बनावे,
अरे हंस बनावे,
हंस बनावे,
अरे हंस बनावे,
हंस बनावे।
कागज तो है हंस बनावे,
कागज तो है हंस बनावे।
मिट जाए दिल के दाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी, मिट जाए दिल के दाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी। संतन के संग लाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी,
संतन के संग लाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी।
मोहरात्रि में बहुत दिन सोया, मोहरात्रि में बहुत दिन
सोया,
अरे बहुत दिन सोया,
बहुत दिन सोया,
मोहरात्रि में बहुत दिन सोया,
रात्रि में बहुत दिन सोया।
जाग सके तो जाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी, जाग सके
तो जाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी।
अच्छी बनेगी तेरी बिगड़ी बनेगी,
अच्छी बनेगी तेरी बिगड़ी बनेगी।
संतन के संग लाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी,
संतन के संग लाग रे तेरी अच्छी बनेगी,
तेरी अच्छी बनेगी,
तेरी अच्छी बनेगी,
तेरी अच्छी बनेगी। बोले संत भगवान की। संतन के संग भक्ति बनेगी, रामचरण अनुराग रे। In the company of a good person, of a saint, in the company of a good person, they will uplift you. They will forget about your faults, because who in this world doesn't have faults? Which one of us sitting here today, knowingly or unknowingly, vihit ho ya avit, does not have faults? Right? The saintly person will put a deaf ear to your fault and will only allow the flowers to grow. Teri bhakti bani. They will encourage you to grow your devotion. Kaagaz se to hai hans banave. They will forget the crow in you and they will see the swan in you. They will not allow you to become a crow, but they will allow you to blossom and fly like a swan. Mit jaye dil ke dagre teri achhi bani. When others are trying to pierce your heart, the saint will try to save you. You know, when you see somebody in sadness, like we all know this, we have to take a little bit more opportunity to ask, how are you doing? How can I be of help to you? How are you doing and how can I be of help to you? A saintly person, they look at the problems of somebody when they're in grief as a mountain, and they look at their own as a little bit of seed. That's what they do, the saint. Which begs the question, how many saints are here among us today? How many? I know so many people who are truly and deeply caring people. Vishal and Devika are nurses by profession. They have this thing about they have this thing. They see you and they know stuff. And I've seen them many times here reaching out to people asking, how is your day? How are you doing? Right? All of us here have the ability to become a sant. Not only one who doesn't look at women and don't eat onion and garlic and all this kind of thing. We will live many lifetimes before we do that. But let us become our own saints in our own home, in our own temple, in our own community, so that we can help other people grow. That is the saint. And when we have that quality, you stand beside somebody, you will feel their caring energy vibrating. This young girl did not ask him who he was and all this kind of thing. She just knew that he was a caring man, Narad, and says, please come, tell me who you are. And when he inquires who you are, the young girl says, Aham bhakti rati katha imo me tanayo mato Gyan Vairagya mano kala yogena jarjare Gangadhya saritaschema matsevartha samagata Tathapi na chame shreyah sevitaya surairapi. She identifies herself, I am Bhakti, my name is Bhakti. Bhakti means, literally translates to devotion. That's what it literally translates to, devotion. Love for each other, that is I love you, you love me. There is all kind of love, mother's love, children's love, everybody's love. But when we stand in front of Bhagwan, the love for that God is beyond the love of a human to another. This is called Bhakti. I am Bhakti, the young girl says, and these are my two sons, Gyan or Vairagya. Gyan means knowledge, Vairagya means dispassion. Narad says, how come you're so old and you're so young and you have two old sons? She says, I became in touch with a place called Vrindavan. Vrindavan is there up to today. Vrindavan is not a figment of anybody's imagination. Vrindavan is not a yogic term that exists in the mind alone. Vrindavan is not about the spine. Vrindavan is not about Vrindavan exists in Bharat. It exists in Bharat today, and up to today we can go and have the darshan of Bihariji. You have to be careful too. You can have the darshan of Bihariji today in Vrindavan. It exists. Ma Bhakti says, my name is Bhakti, these are my two sons, and Gyana Vairagya namne kala yogena jarjare. But they have been influenced by Kali Yuga. Nobody is doing dispassion anymore, is letting go anymore. Very few are learning these days. That is why they have gone so old, they have become old. But how have you stayed so young? The sage says, she says, I have been in touch with a place called Vrindavan. Aham bhakti rati kyata. I have been in touch with a place called Vrindavan. The places of Tirtha, they rejuvenate you. Tonight after you leave here, no matter what mindset you came with, you will leave a little bit more energy. And these are places of Tirtha. At least we do our best to make them places of Tirtha so you can experience something different. She says, because I experienced the blessed Vrindavan, it has maintained my youth. Anybody, you have to look around. Now you're going to be very judgmental, but you look at anybody who served Bhagwan, and I don't mean show up Sunday morning and go home. Anybody who served Bhagwan, day and night, in and out, live and breathe, you look at them, they always remain youthful. They always remain youthful. Now you're going to start looking around. Now you're going to start looking around. But you know the funny thing is, we don't look at ourselves. We don't look at ourselves how youthful you are, but you're looking at who youthful, why? Well, all of you are youthful. Youth maybe is a reflection of your physical body. But very few people at age 70 can do what this gentleman is doing. He's more than 70 now, but Very few people can have the ambition as he has and that can work as hard as he does for Dharma. And we are children in front of his eyes. So youth is not a manifestation of your physical looks alone, right? This afternoon I came in, I wasn't dressed like this. I came in, my hair was exposed and everything. One Baiji says, Pandit, you get old? I say, yeah, how? He looked at my few gray hairs exposed and says, wait, you're going to see tomorrow. I will not be old tomorrow. And tomorrow you're going to ask me, what is the secret, Panditji? You've transformed overnight. I said, the secret will be, there is a secret, but it is just for men. That's it. It is just for men. Sarah, you got a joke? So why are you all know what that is? There is a secret, but it is just for men. I can't tell you what that is. All right, Panditji will know what that is too. Youthful people, anybody who's serving our culture or dharma like this, you will always, you don't see them slacking. You don't see them slurp. You know, they're always youthful, on the go. Mentally, physically, they're always youthful. This is how we stay youthful. This is how we stay. Mother Bhakti says, I came in touch with Vrindavan, with devotion. And devotion is the ingredient that keeps us like that as well. Vrindavanam puna praptya, the Bhagvat shloka. Navineva sarupini, jataham yuvati samya, shreshta rupa tu sampradam. Bhaskar, Sanskrit theek hai? He's a Vaishnava, he knows a lot about these things. Vrindavanam puna praptya navineva surupini. I came in contact with Vrindavan, and then from that day we say, Dhani Vrindavan dham hai, Dhani Vrindavan naam, Dhani Vrindavan rasik jan, Sumire Radhe Shyam. Let us sing to the glories of Vrindavan that brings youthfulness to anyone who experiences Vrindavan, wherever you do. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, gaate rehna, jaldi jaldi Vrindavan aate rehna. Radhe 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 Radhe, गाते रहना, जल्दी जल्दी वृंदावन आते रहना। ओ आते रहना, गाते रहना, आते रहना, गाते रहना। ओ आते रहना, गाते रहना, आते रहना, गाते रहना। राधे 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 गाते रहना, जल्दी जल्दी वृंदावन आते रहना। राधे 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 गाते रहना, जल्दी जल्दी वृंदावन आते रहना। वृंदावन आके तेरे भाग्य खुल जाएंगे, वृंदावन आके तेरे भाग्य खुल जाएंगे। ओ यमुना नहा के सारे पाप धुल जाएंगे, यमुना नहा के सारे पाप धुल जाएंगे। बार बार यमुना नहाते रहना, जल्दी जल्दी वृंदावन आते रहना। राधे 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 गाते रहना, जल्दी जल्दी वृंदावन आते रहना। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। हो चैन भी मिलेगा, आराम भी मिलेगा, चैन भी मिलेगा, आराम भी मिलेगा। राधा की कृपा के तुम्हें शाम भी मिलेगा, राधा की कृपा के तुम्हें शाम भी मिलेगा। दोनों को हृदय में बसाते रहना, जल्दी जल्दी वृंदावन आते रहना।
राधे 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 गाते रहना, जल्दी जल्दी वृंदावन आते रहना।
बजावे राधा नाम की ताली, बजावे राधा
नाम की ताली।
बजावे। Come on everybody, पीछे वाले भी raise your hands up and let us put them together. बजावे राधा नाम की ताली, बजावे
राधा नाम की ताली।
ओ ये ताली ही ताली है, बस ये ताली की ताली है। ओ बाके सब है खाली, बजावे राधा नाम की ताली, बजावे
राधा नाम की ताली।
बजावे राधा नाम की ताली, बजावे राधा नाम की ताली। वृंदावन धाम की। Narad ji celebrated like this. You know what he did? He actually went and at the Ganga ke tat par, on the bank of Ganga, the first Bhagavatam was read there in the presence of course, Bhakti, Gyan and Vairagya, the two sons who listened to the Bhagavatam for 7 consecutive sessions. The traditional way of reading Bhagavatam is 7 days. I'm not saying that 3 days is wrong because people read excerpts and so on, but 7 days is the traditional way of doing it because when you go to the doctor, they say, take this medication for 7 days. In most cases. 3 days and so on, it gives you a little relief, but it has to take its course to actually work. In the old times, you know, the young people at this temple, I'm so happy that they're really attached to the culture. We have a really strong group of young people in this place. And they ask a lot of questions. Like, we know why you spend so much money to build a temple, but you know you do Bhagavatam outside in the tent. Right? We grew up like this. We had mandirs and so back home. But, you know, it was a nice feeling. This is to relive those moments and to allow our young people to experience a little bit of what we experienced when we were back home, wherever, you know, in the West Indies, Guyana and Trinidad and so on. You know, Bhagavatam, it used to be read for 3 sessions, morning, midday, and afternoon. Because it used to be read like this so that when Bhagavatam is heard by the shortest lifespan of creation, whether it's a fly, a bee, or a worm, right? If you Google up, the shortest lifespan of a fly is a few hours. The shortest lifespan is just a few hours. And the whole idea behind this is to read the Bhagavatam so that if the shortest lifespan of a creature is born, they will at least listen and die listening to it. That is one of the mahatmas of the Bhagavatam. So Narad ji read the Bhagavatam, or at least he had it read, and then what happens? The 2 sons, of course, retained their youthfulness. They retained their youthfulness. It is said now that the age, Satyug Treta, Dwapar age was coming to an end. The age of Krishna Bhagavan was coming to an end. And when Bhagavan Shri Krishna was ready to ascend back to Vaikuntha, Uddhav, this is Uddhav Gita, later on in the Bhagavad we talked about this. We'll talk about this. But Uddhav, his loyal servant, went to Krishna and says, Bhagwanji, when you go back up to Vaikuntha, when your physical body, your jiva will leave this abode, what will happen to this earth in the age of Kali Yuga? What will happen to the people living in this age of Kali Yuga? तो भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने कहा था कि उद्धव स्वकीयं यद भवे तेजस तच्च भागवते दधात तिरोधाय प्रविष्टोयं श्रीमद् भागवतार्णवम् Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Uddhav, I take all my tejas. Tejas mean my fire, my energy. I take all of this in me. Whatever strength I have, whatever blessings I have, I take all of it. And what do? Bhagavate tadhat. I place it in this Bhagavat. I place all my tejas in this Bhagavat, so that although I may physically not be present here, as Krishna, the physical one, the Jiva, I will be present here in the form of this Poshak. That is why Srimad Bhagavata, it is not a book. ये पुस्तक नहीं है. ये साक्षात भगवान श्री कृष्ण है. This is the living, breathing form of Shri Krishna, the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. This afternoon, when I received the first mala, I chose to accept it and place it on the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. It is our tradition that if the Bhagavat does not wear a mala, the Vakta cannot wear a mala as well. Because greater than all of us is the presence of Shri Krishna. And that is why he's adorned in the way that he does here today. That episode was given there. Sutji Maharaj now is continuing. The other rishis are saying, great story, Sutji. Nice. Can you tell us about Naradji? You told us about Krishna Bhagavan going back. Very nice. Now tell us another story where Bhagavat Mahapuran has helped people, has helped someone. You talked about the living, but how has Bhagavat Mahapuran helped those who are not here? Maybe they did not know about the greatness of it, but how has it actually helped them? And so, Sutji Maharaj now is going to explain to them how the Bhagavat Mahapuran has helped someone who is not here anymore. मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया, मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया, मेरी किश्ती को किनारा मिल गया, मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया, मुझको माधव का
सहारा मिल गया।
ढूंढती थी मेरी नजरों जो नजर, ढूंढती थी मेरी नजरों जो नजर, प्यासी नजरों को किनारा मिल गया, प्यासी नजरों को किनारा मिल गया, मेरी किश्ती को किनारा मिल गया, मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया, मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया। मैं किसी के द्वार जाऊं किस लिए, मैं किसी के द्वार जाऊं किस लिए, मुझको मोहन का दोबारा मिल गया, मुझको मोहन का दोबारा मिल गया, ओ मेरी किश्ती को किनारा मिल गया, मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया, मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया। संसार के, क्यों करो चिंता भला संसार के, उसकी रहमत का इशारा मिल गया, उसकी रहमत का इशारा मिल गया। ओ मेरी किश्ती को किनारा मिल गया,
मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया, मुझको माधव का सहारा मिल गया,
सहारा मिल गया, सहारा मिल गया। The poet says in a beautiful song that I want to meet my maker, my Madhav. And you do not have to die to experience God. Please, this is not the religion that we belong to. It says, marne ke baad only you will meet Bhagwan Ji. No, no, no. That is one way of your Atma becoming one with your Paramatma. Do cheez hai yaar. One is our Jiva. This body that we have, the human soul and the human body, this is called a Jiva Atma. This Jiva Atma, this this human body that the Atma fuels has come from a Paramatma, Brahman, Bhagwan. In this life, we have to experience Bhagwan, and the body has to experience Bhagwan, and the Atma will at one day experience Bhagwan as well. So when we were alive, Bade Bhagya Manushyatana Pava, Sudadulabh Saba, Grantahi Gava, everybody know this? Sadhana Dham Mokshikara Dwara, Paina Jai Par Lok Savara. There are many times when we have a heavenly feeling, a heavenly experience, physically. Janmashtami is coming up, you will see it at the end of Janmashtami, how people are going to be bawling down their eyes in a temple. Because putting a whole month of Shravan celebration together, our entire month of Shravan, every single day, morning and night we're here, and then it all comes to an end on Janmashtami night, 5 weeks of consecutive satsang, you feel something, right? So when we are alive, this body experiences Bhagwan, fueled by the Atma, and after we die as well, the Jiva Atma experiences the Paramatma, if karma permits. There's one beautiful katha about Dundukari and Gokarna. There was a Brahmana by the name of Atmadev. Atmadev is a good man. Brahmana means a noble person. There is a certain called a Varna. The Varna means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. There is something like that. It is the Vedas. Brahmanosya mukamasit bahu rajanyakrita uruttara swayadvaisha padbhyavam shudro vajayata. In chapter 18 of the Gita, Sri Krishna says, I have created the 4 Varnas for the order of society. We won't deal with that tonight, but typically the Brahmanas were the noble people. They were the one who studied the text and followed certain principles of life. They did not harm creatures. They were defenseless physically because they had one mission in life. Parne or parhane ke liye hamare Bhagvat ka. They studied and they teach our scriptures and kept the community together. There was one noble such Brahmana. His name was Atmadev. And he had a wife by the name of Dhunduli. By the name by itself of Dhunduli, you know that something is not really balanced there. Her name was Dhunduli. I mean, you don't hear people called Dhunduli anymore. Who named their daughter Dhunduli anymore? I mean, people don't name their children Champawati anymore. Or Satyawati anymore. That used to be a long ago name. Now it's all, Sharon and Grace and things like that. But Hindus are smartening up now, and there was a time in this country, not too long ago, when we had to bend our ways, for change our name and whatever it is. But now the entire world is learning to say the Indian names. The Indian names, they're learning. I work with a lot of South Indian people because they are great in IT. They control a lot of the major banks, insurance companies, technology platforms. They're great QA people, they're testers. And a lot of them are from Chennai. And you know one thing they don't do? They don't call themselves Paul. They don't call themselves anything else. Whatever their name is, that's what you get called. And I'm so proud of my culture that our Bharatiya Lok from the south have maintained. The other day, we talked about his name was Nagarajan. And the person who was talking to us said, okay, so Nagrajan, so what do you think? And he says, no, my name is Nagarajan. Right? He was a Nagrajan. Like, we cannot butcher anybody's name. So nobody should. But people don't know these things and they're trying to learn. Today, the world is learning how to say Hindu names. So let us not run away from this anymore. We have run away too long from it. Let's not run away from it from our culture. But Dunduli, that's another name by itself. So Dunduli and her husband Atmadev, for some reason they were not getting children. And Atmadev did penance, and a sadhu, this is our culture, there is something called sanskaras and so on that we do, garbhadan sanskar, when couples are having difficulty conceiving, they perform pujas, and through the blessings of Bhagwan, if the Lord wishes, He blesses them. But they weren't seeing any progress from a family perspective. And so what happens? They went to a saint. And that saint, what happens? He blessed them and he gave Dhunduli a fruit. The sannyas says, the Bhagvat shloka says, so you know I'm not making it up, katham rodapi vipram tvam. Katham rodhapi vipram tvam kate chinta valiyasi vadatvam swaram mahyam swasya dukhasya karana. The saint told them that, listen, everything that happens in your life, swasya dukhasya karana. Swasya means health, whatever condition of your health, good or bad. Dukhasya means sorrows. So whatever the condition of your health is, mentally or physically, whatever emotional experiences you have, happy or sad, this is all as a result of swasya dukhasya karana. You're the cause of this. He told both of them. But he says, don't worry. The same one who is the cause of all causes, sarvaloka maheshwaram, sarvakarana karanam, he can help you as well. So he gave her a fruit. But Dunduli was one of those Marajins, she was very modern. She was very modern, and she says, wait a minute, if I eat this fruit, I'm going to have a child. My body will be deformed. I will have morning sicknesses and everything that a woman goes through to bring a child into this world. Children, your mother, back home, when we were little, we asked her, Mommy, Daddy, where did children come from? He said, shut your mouth. He fall upon coconut tree. That's the answer we were given. He fallen from a coconut tree. So when I learned to climb coconut tree, now I'm climbing the coconut tree to see if there is any babies in there. We had a long coconut tree in our yard and a couple short ones, and all I found was coconut worms. I said, this can't be babies. And now you come to North America, Mommy, Daddy, how does baby come? Oh, the storks deliver him. So I think the children knows more about that stuff than adults know now, thanks to the education system. The girl says, I have to deform my body, I have to go through all these sicknesses. Children, these are the things that a woman has to go through to bring forth a child into this world. A lot of uncomfortable moments and times. Yes, they lose the brilliance of their youth. Their bodies look in a certain way. And she was concerned about all of that. Women go through terrible pregnancies sometimes. But they give all of that because they want to bring a reflection of them into this world. And the question now becomes, all the children who are here, are you a reflection of your parents? This is a very simple question. Are you a reflection of your parents? And if you are, I don't know what the situation is, but this is what they go through. Dunduli says, I'm not going to go through all that. So what happened? She had parishan, she had a long mouth. One day her sister came over, and her sister found out that she was going through all this. She was having morning sicknesses, she was vomiting, she was doing this and that, and her tummy was expanding. And she said, wait a minute, I'm pregnant. Dundukari says, wait a minute. Here's what we'll do. You know, you have the baby, and when you have the baby, you give the baby to me. And when you give the baby to me, I'll tell my husband, you know, this happened, I'm going to go away with you and stay for a while. And then after you have the baby, we'll give you some money and so on. Everything will be fine. And that exactly is what transpired. Dundukari, who received the fruit, she took the fruit and she threw it away. When she threw it away, a cow ate the fruit, and the cow, after some time, gave birth to a boy, human-like, but his ears were long. He's called Gokarna, rather. Gokarna. The other sister who got the baby, she got the baby, give it over to Dundukari, give her some money, bribe her. Dundukari's husband says, now, you have to breastfeed the baby, because we all know when a child is born, after a child is born, the first few weeks, the breast milk has tremendous amount of fat. And so when the child is breastfed, it nurtures their brain and their body through that. See how unique Bhagwan is? Create all that life in a woman. So there was no breast milk coming out of her. She called her husband, and can you imagine how this happened? The husband said, what happened? She said, I don't know, but my sister just got a baby and the baby died, so I'm going to let her breastfeed the baby. That transpired. That child was called Dundukari. Dundukari. That name alone is not good. Dundukari, when he grew up, what happens? He became a tyrant. He broke the heart of his parents. He did bad things. He looted. Dundukari Mahakala. He became a Mahakal, a burden to society. He stole. He stayed with people of ill repute, while his brother Gokarna was the noble one. To summarize this for you, Dundukari, what happened? He beat his mother, stole her belongings, and he ran away. And the same women who he ran away with, they took his life. And now his Atma was wandering. His brother learned of his debt, Gokarna, the noble Brahmana, and learned of his debt. And just like any good person will do when they hear about something, he said, what can I do to help? Gokarna went to Gaya, a place called Gaya. I don't know if anybody here went to Gaya. Very, very highly charged place for doing Shraddha Karma. Gokarna performed the Shraddha Karma Vidhi Vidanse for his brother. And he come back now. When he was coming back now, what happened? He was sleeping. And as he was sleeping, Vaya Rupadhrito Nityam Dhanam Dasha Dishontanam Shitat Paragrito Kashto Nirahara Pipasitaha Nalobho Sharanam Kwapi Nadvaivapi Mahardavan Kiyat Kalena Gokarne Mritam Loka Duvadhuyahat. As he was sleeping now, a spirit appeared in front of him. When the spirit appeared, it was a big, bright light. This big, bright light appeared in front of him, and there was an object inside trying to speak, but he couldn't speak. Dundukari now was that bhoot, that ghost. And then Gokarna says, who are you? Kaun ho tum? He couldn't speak. Gokarna is a Brahmana. He took some water in his hands, and he showered it upon the preta. This is the power of the noble Brahmins. Their hands are capable of blessing you. Their hands are capable of lifting you. And their hands as well are capable of giving you shrap in those times. He took the water in his hands and he threw it. And what happened? Out of this spirit, this bright light, out of this bright light, a ghost was standing there. He says, who are you? Preta uvacha aham bhrata twadiyosmim dhundukariti namata swakiyena eva doshena brahmahatvam vanashitam maya karmano nasti samkhyo me mahagyano vikarvatin Lokanam himsakaha sokham twadbhirtyase namaritaha. The bhoot that did not attain mukti, the prate, says, Aham bhrata twadiyosmin dhundukarati namataha. I am your brother Dundukari. Gokarna says, what? My brother is a ghost. ये असंभव है. मैंने श्राद्ध किया गया पे. This is impossible. I did shraddh for you at Gaya. All the young people who are here today, let me please beg of you. If we don't talk about these things, we will slowly lose them. I know today everybody wants spirituality, inner and inner peace and inner mind and all this kind of thing. Those are all nice things. But our vidhi, according to our text, is very important. There is certain thing called shraddh. Shraddh has come from the word called shraddha, which means faith. When someone dies, we perform shraddh for them. You don't perform shraddh for the living. You perform shraddh for them. There's anteshti shraddh, there's masik shraddh, there's varshik shraddh. Why do you do that? Because when a person dies, when the Jeev Atma leaves the body, that is not the end of life. Bye-bye, thank you, I have everything. No, that is the beginning of a new phase. The Atma, according to Garud Puran, travels to 16 cities every September. In Garud Puran Katha, we read this. And it's going to every city, its experiences, pain and pleasures, according to its deeds. This is written in our scriptures. Right? If you think otherwise, so be it. But I follow Sanatan Dharma and I follow the books that tells us about Sanatan Dharma. Shraddh is extremely important for us. Right? How it is done, you have your Panditjis and so on, they guide you. But it helps, it cannot change the course of one's journey. But at least, when you leave your home in the morning, you can't change the course of what's going to happen. There's going to be traffic and people honking and all that. But at least you have your music to keep you calm. Shraddh is like that. Nobody knows your journey, but at least they can appease you, the Atma in its journey and its course. Shraddh is that beautiful. It is that beautiful. When it is done according to the books, it helps the Atma. And we know Matri Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava. The Pitras bless you as well. The Pitras bless you as well. Gokarna says, I have done shraddh for you, my brother. How is it that you still are a prate? Well, he says, Karmano nasti samkhyame. My brother, you may have done shraddh in Gaya for me, lekin mera karma itni thi, gandi thi. My karma was so bad that no shraddh was able to elevate me from where I am today. A lot of people will say as well, when I die, just put me in something and burn me or bury me and just forget about it, my friends. But those words will come when you're experiencing the joys. I think it's all right. Life is good. Right? You're not experiencing what a bhoot or a prate is experiencing. Life is good for you. Everything is nice. You want to enjoy yourself and do what you're doing. But here is a bhoot, if you want to say who said this. Dundukari says that Mahagani Nabirtataha, I forgot about dharma, Lokanam himsaka soham, Dukhe namaritaha, and I'm in sorrows now, my brother. What have I done? What have I done? That is the time he's asking, what have I done? Gokarna says, I don't know what else to do. Gokarna says, my brother, I cannot leave you to wonder. In our tradition, when after the Varshik Shraddh is done, when there is something called Pitri Paksha as well, which is the 2 weeks approximately in September, October, depending how it falls, that is called Parvan Shraddh. The Amavasya in Pitri Paksha is called Parvan Shraddh. Just like we have a Parab called Shivratri, or a Parab called Janamashmi, or a Parab called Ramnavami, we have something called a Parvan Shraddh. That is why in temples, most temples, when I was at Ram Mandir for many years, when it is Parvan Shraddh or Amavasya Tithi, which is the last day of Shraddh, the temple would be packed. The Pandits would be so busy, as most temples are today, when in this temple, our tradition is on that day, we bring the community together. They do Pinda Danam, Vidhi Vidansi, and so on to have a good time with their ancestors. That day is a very powerful day for the ancestors. Parvanshra, that is their parable, according to our books. And so what happens now, Gokarn becomes very distressed. He says, what can I do? Right? When it's these times, my friends, like those times of Shraddha, please don't neglect your duties, perform them. Gokarna prays now. Who is going to pray to? He's going to pray. Surya Devata Sumiro Tohi Sumirat Gyan Buddhi Dehu Mohi Surya Devata Sumiro Tohi Sumirat Gyan Buddhi Dehu Mohi Jyoti Swarup Bhanu Balvana तेज प्रताप है अग्नि समाना सूर्य देवता सुमिरो तो ही सुमिरत ज्ञान बुद्धि देहु मोहि सुमिरत ज्ञान बुद्धि देहु मोहि सुमिरत ज्ञान बुद्धि देहु मोहि. Does anybody here throw dhar in the morning? Do you throw dhar in the morning? Dhar. I hope you do. There's a very ancient tradition of throwing. Karna used to throw dhar to his father Surya. In Guyana we used to throw dhar as well in the morning. If you live in Brampton here especially, you shouldn't be afraid to do that because that's all we do here. Early morning throw dhar. Dhar is a very, very, very scientific process. It means you take a lot of water, you face the east, very simple. Pipe water is good enough. And you face the east and you throw the dhar at the rising of the sun. It seems very old-fashioned and inexplainable, but there is a scientific reason behind it. It is said, the dhar that you throw to Bhagavan Surya, you can say Om Suryaya Namah, Adityaya Namah, whatever it is, you know. You throw the dhar to the Lord, there is a significant connection between the sun, water, and you. Electromagnetic energies. This is researches of, it's all on Google. Magnetic energies from the sun. The morning sun has the ability to brighten your day. The midday sun, Surya Puran tells us, takes energy from you. Back in Guyana, when it's 2 o'clock, by 1 to 3 o'clock, all the shops are closed. In India too, they do that. Vrindavan, when I go to Vrindavan, you cannot go to the temple between 1 to 4, because the way you go, I said, Panditji, I want to have darshan, I come from very far. They said, no, this is resting time for Bihariji. Sun is very hot. Bihariji is resting. They have that tradition there. All the shops are closed because the dukanwalas, they're taking their nap. The sun drains your energy during that day. Some of us don't have that luxury, sorry, but those people did. And in the evening, the sun nurtures your emotions. You watch the sunset and things like that. People will pay a lot of money to watch sunset. This is our scriptures. Surya Bhagavan is very powerful. Very, very powerful. When I was coming back from India in May, this time I took Sita. We only went for 11 to 12 days. And the only reason she went with me is that she said, I have to make a deal. If I'm going with you, you have to give me 2 days for me and shopping. I said, good. Well, little does she know that I am as equal as competent shopper than she is. So when we were going to the airport, I saw this beautiful, a very, beautiful shop at the airport. They have all the nice things, but you pay 10 times the price. They had a beautiful Murti of Bhagwan Surya. I've never seen it. It's little, made out of copper, very heavy. My eyes glanced in it. It was very beautiful. I picked it up right away because we grew up with Surya Bhagwan, right? We didn't have Murtis and we have pictures. I brought him home and he's so beautiful. I bring him here one day. Surya Bhagwan is far much more than the sun and vitamin D. He is Gyan Buddhi Dehu Mohi. He is the one who blesses us with knowledge. Jyoti Swarupa Bhanu Balavana Tej Pratapa Hai Agni Samana. He can burn you like the fire or he can heal you like the heat. This is Surya Bhagwan. Gokarna was very confused. He did not know what to do. And being a noble Brahmin, he invoked Surya Bhagwan. What does the Bhagvat say? Tubhyam namo jagat sakshim. Tubhyam namo. I bow to you, O Jagat Sakshin, who is the light of the world. Bruhi me mukti hai tukam. You give liberation to all those who live in darkness. Na? Aaj andhere में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमकाते भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमकाते भगवान। The Guru of Hanumanji is Bhagwan Surya. That's where he got his ocean, Gyan Gunasagar from. So Gokarn went and bowed to Surya Bhagwan. Tat Chuta Durata Surya Spatit Mrityud Bhava Yajat. Shrimat, when he bowed to him, Surya Bhagwan said, my son, kya chahiye aapko? I'm always busy, but what do you want? He says, please give me a way to relieve my brother from this preta form into a divine form. Surya Bhagwan, without hesitation, Shrimat Bhagvatan Mukti Saptaham Vachanam Kuruhu Iti Suryavata Sarve Dharma Rupam Javishitaha. He says, go and perform Bhagvat Katha for Saptaha. It is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Saptaham Vachanam Kuru. Listen to it for 7 days. Invite your Pitris to this Bhagvat Katha. And at the end of it, your brother would attain emancipation. Tara, I'm so proud of you that you've taken the leadership in your family with your brother and with Vic. Yesterday they did puja at their home to invite all your pitris here. Auntie Chan is in a peaceful place already, and your lovely son is already there. But this Bhagavad Katha will make them angels, because this is how it should be done. No? This is how it should be done. Then she invited all the pitris. We did that yesterday. Now we are reciting Bhagavad Katha. This is much more than us. You know, it's much more than us. And so, Gokarna went, and of course you know the Katha, I think. Didante Rakshita Gatha. He brought the Brahmana and they recited. Before the Bhagavad Katha, he did Pitri, Nandi Mukshra, that's a different Shrad. Nandi Mukshra is a celebratory Shrad. You do that when somebody takes birth. You do that when I open businesses, New Year's, all these kind of things. When you do Upnayan Sanskar, anything to celebrate, you do Nandi Shrad to thank the ancestors for their blessings. And so he did Shrad. He invited his brother. He says, brother, please come and sit here. When his brother came, he saw people so dressed up, just like all of you are here today. You look so amazing. And he did not know where to sit because he's a preta. You know how many pretas are probably here tonight? Please come back tomorrow night though, everybody. I want you to come back. And it's a good thing. Right? It's a good thing. He came and he did not know where to sit. He did not know where to sit. So he saw bamboo. And he went underneath the bamboo and he sat. And the first day the Vyas read Katha, the first knot of the bamboo was opened. The second day the Vyas read Katha, the second joint of the bamboo was opened. The third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. Nanam bhataram sadhyo gokarnamati chavrafid. Tvayaham bhujate bando kripya preta namadyalat. Dhanye bhagavati varta preta pita nanashini. Saptahopi tata dhanya krishna loka phalpradam. Bole Bhagvat Mahapurana ki. At the end of 7 days, a pret, he flew out of the top of the bamboo, and he did not fly out as a pret. He flew out as an angel with garments, beautifully decked, a crown. He was now an angel. 7 days ago, he was a prate, a ghost. Now he's an angel. Come Saturday, 7 days ago, you were ordinary beings. And after Bhagavatam, we will become a divine being. This is the power of our Shastras. If Bhagavat can have an impact on a ghost, imagine how much of an impact it will have on living beings. On living beings. I was telling Devika and Vishal the other day, when she passed her test, she's certified now in something very fancy. And I don't even know what it is. It's something to do with your skin. I was telling her that, well, now she has to give orders to her husband. They're going to be working in the same hospital. And I made a joke that I'm sure that's not going to be anything different. But I was telling her, but because of selfless reasons, I said, for some reason I feel that since you start coming to this temple, all the good things are happening to you. And I said, yeah, Panaji. It doesn't mean that they were not going to temple before. It just means that we can't take the good things that happen to us for granted. We do good things will come back to you. He came out and he became an angel. And what happens? Dhanya Bhagavati Vartam Preta Pida Vinashini. He says, glory to the Bhagavatam who has transformed me from a preta, from a bhoot, into a deity, into an angel. And Saptahopi Tatha Dhanya Krishna Loka Phalaprada. Because of this, the phal, the fruit I receive is Krishna Loka. Of course, none of us will go physically there, but we will experience that Loka here in 7 days, my friends. That's why, please come every evening. It's a very festive season for us here. Everybody's comfortable, and there's bhojan afterward as well. So come on out and let us together be in this bhav to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. What happens? Dundukari became an angel, my friends, through the listening of the Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran. This is the Bhagvat Mahatmam. We'll pause here for today and sing the glories of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. O mere sir par rak banwari, o mere sir par rak banwari, apne dono ye haath, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। हो मेरे सिर पर रख बनवारी, हो मेरे सिर पर रख बनवारी, अपनों दोनों ये हाथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। ओ देने वाले श्याम प्रभु से धन और दौलत क्या मांगे, श्याम प्रभु से मांगे तो फिर नाम और जप के क्या मांगे। देने वाले श्याम प्रभु से धन और दौलत क्या मांगे, श्याम प्रभु से मांगे तो फिर नाम और जप को क्या मांग। मेरे जीवन में अब कर दो हो, मेरे जीवन में अब कर दे, मेरे जीवन में अब कर दे तू कृपा की बरसात, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। जन्म जन्म का साथ है तुम्हारा हमारा, तुम्हारा हमारा, जन्म जन्म का साथ है तुम्हारा हमारा, तुम्हारा हमारा। श्याम तेरे चरणों की धूली धन दौलत से महंगी है, एक नजर कृपा की बाबा नाम इज्जत की महंगी है। श्याम तेरे चरणों की धूली धन दौलत से महंगी है। एक नजर कृपा की बाबा नाम इज्जत सी महंगी। मेरे दिल की तमन्ना यही है। हो मेरे दिल की तमन्ना यही है। मेरे दिल की तमन्ना यही है। करूँ सेवा तेरी निधार। देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। As we sing into Bhagwan Shri Krishna, let us give our blessings today to everyone. But since this young couple is celebrating 17 years of marital bliss today, I want to ask the Lord to Janam Janam Ka Saath, to keep them together for many, many lifetimes, together in bliss. Please stand up, both of you, and let us relive the moment that you lived 17 years ago when you were getting married. Come on. Oh, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। देना हो
तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ।
मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुडध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षो मंगलाय तनो हरि। और देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ।
देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ।
ओ देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। जन्म जन्म का साथ है तुम्हारा हमारा, तुम्हारा हमारा। Well, happy anniversary again. Please give them a big round of applause. And if I understand it well, was it Panditji that did your wedding? Pandit Sharma did their wedding 17 years ago. So his blessings are with them as well on this very beautiful day. Tomorrow, to be our Bhagvat Katha, we cannot cut short it. We don't read 1 hour and like that. The program is 7 to 9, a little bit over, because that is how it is. We're known for that, and there is nothing wrong with that. Tonight, we're so blessed to have with us Pandit Rupnath Sharma, a man who wears many hats in our community, many leadership organizations he leads, religious, spiritual, and all that. But we know him as the founder of Ram Mandir. It is always my pleasure and a blessing to be in his company. We have a very close affiliation with Ram Mandir. I myself have been there as a priest for 3 years, and I'm so happy to see our Ram Mandir family here today, including our own family, Rukminiji, Taraji, Rahimaji, and a whole host of others, Bhai J. Patel, Arvind Patel ji, Auntie Rita. It is always nice to see them because we have built many years of relationship and we preserve that. I'd like to ask Pandit Rupnath Sharma to give us his blessings today. So I'm so happy to see him on behalf of our temple.
Check. Please join with me. Clasp our hands, bow our heads. Om Hari Om Hari Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe ki
Jai.
Jai. Vyas Maharaj ki Jai. Our learned Vyasji, devotees, it is indeed a privilege to be here with all of you on this, the first day, I believe. This is the first day of the Yajna. And as I was coming here, I was having a discussion with the members of Ram Mandir in the car, and I was saying, I'm reflecting that when I came to this country in 1970, one of the things that was a challenge, it was to find a place of worship for Hindus. There was only one Hindu temple, and it was on Fern Avenue. And I think it still exists. So to go to a place of worship or a Hindu place of worship was a challenge. And then to find another Hindu where you were to find someone you can associate with was the greatest challenge, because you're traveling in the streetcar, and if you saw another brown person, you say, oh my God, there's another one. Well, let me tell you how it drastically has changed. If you're traveling in the streetcar now, you're looking for the white people because everybody's brown. So that transformation has occurred, and we have all been privileged to be part of that transformation. But what was amazing, and we were talking about in the car, is that in 1970, 1980, 1990, to find there was Bhagvat Katha going on anywhere was not in Canada. Then Murari Bapuji came to Canada in the 80s, and he performed massive yajnas, Ram Katha. And then we started to go to large gatherings. But today, in Ontario, Canada, and across Canada, I think literally every day you can find there's some place where Bhagavad Katha is being chanted. Now that is a credit to us, the Hindu community. We have elevated our Dharma. And we have Katha Vyachak like Panditji and all the other young Pandits that are coming, who are coming with all of the knowledge and talent to present this Katha in such a meaningful way. So let's give our Vyasji a wonderful round of applause. To the young people here today, we are all privileged. And I said to the young people here today, and I said we. Did you all notice that? I included myself into that group. And so we must take the opportunity, and I want you to underline opportunity, that some of us complain. I know Ram Mandir, if I sit and read for more than an hour, I'll be complained by all of the devotees, especially Tara and the rest of them. Panditji, you're reading too long. And as your Vyasji said, 2 hours of reading every night, and it's 9 o'clock and you didn't have bhojan yet. Take advantage of this. Take the time to sit and to listen, and to glean from these beautiful kathas, these stories, retrieve from them the values. You know, all of us who were growing up in the Caribbean must have read the story about the goose that laid a golden egg. Anybody did that? Read that story? Put your hands up. Not a few. Only 1 or 2 people read that. But you know, every parent would read that story to their child when they are infant from 5 to 6. And they tell them the story about there's a goose that laid a golden egg. But that child of 5 to 6 did not gain the moral value of that story. The parent who read it would understand the moral value that greed is not good. But the child was only hearing the goose and the golden egg. But the essence is the greed is not good. When we come to these katha, we must not only be caught up in the ikihas, the story, we must find the essence, the rest. And that is what this sweetness must take. Panditji said tonight that, you know, when you have a sweet taste in your mouth, it reflects on your face. I want everybody to reflect the sweetness you have received from this Vyasji tonight in your faces. Smile for me, please, everybody. Because if not, it is not proof of what he said. We have received a beautiful Amritaras Katha tonight, and we need to leave here with that feeling. This is the Manka Prasad. The Tanka Prasad is prepared, and everybody will enjoy. So when we come to these occasions, it doesn't matter what status we come in. We must live in only one status. And it's a status that is a higher level than the one we arrive in. Not that we are walking on water, but in our minds, we are uplifted, and there is a feeling of relief that I've gained something. And let that gain permeate all of my being and reflect itself in my persona. So if I'm not smiling, maybe that's why you're not smiling. Let's all try to smile with you now again. Muskurati, huh? And now when I chant this bhajan, I want everybody to clap your hands. Jai Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe. Bolo. Radhe Radhe
Govind, Govind Radhe.
Jai Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe.
Jai Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe.
Govind Radhe. ki
Jai.
jai. And to the young couple, that it's 17 years already. So let us join in wishing them the happiest wedding anniversary. You know, Panditji and myself, we do many weddings every year. And I think this year was a bonus year. I think in 3 months period, I did 30 weddings. My register shows that. Now, most of them were legal, not with a religious ceremony, but that many people got married in that period of time. And this morning in Mandir, a couple came, but a young man, there were 3 little boys playing tabla, and the father, as I went to put tilak on all them, said, Panditji, these are my boys. And I said, yes. And he says, you married us a long time ago. I said, really? The products are doing good. So the products are doing good. Let's give a wonderful round of applause to the children of this family. And you know, in the wedding ceremony, when the bride and groom are garlanding each other, there is this chaupai from Ramcharitmanas. Sohan jan jug jal jasanala sasi sabita dipit jay mala gavai chabi avalok saheli gavai chabi avalok saheli siya jay mala ram meri siya jay mala ram meri. It announces the garden of Rama by Sita and vice versa, and the culmination of the ceremony of the Vivah Sanskar. We pray that you shall be marrying each other every day of your lives. Marriage is not an event, it's an evolution. God bless you as you continue to evolve. Give them a big hand, please. Dhanyavad, Panditji. Thank you all. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you very much, Panditji, for a beautiful message tonight and your blessings. We're going to go into Bhuvan. You want to tell it what to do next?
Prem se bolo Shri Bhagvat Mahapuran ki jai, Vyasji Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Vyasji, for the very beautiful katha and for this first session of Bhagvat Mahapuran katha. If there's a main message that you should take away from tonight's katha, it must be the power of this katha and how it can transform you. Tonight's katha was all about how Bhagavatam can transform you from, a typical being to something that is divine. And my dad Vyasji said that even every little creature that is here is still capable of transformation through this katha. So over the next few nights that we have left of this katha, please continue to attend and be in the presence of Bhagwan Shri Krishna through this Bhagvat Mahapuran. Prem se bolo Shri Bhagvat Mahapuran ki jai. We'll now go to prasad. So anyone who wants to offer prasad or take the blessings of Bhagwan Shri Krishna here, you're welcome to do so. And in the meantime, we can have the crew from Mississauga Raman there to sing some bhajans for us. Thank you very much.
I'd like to call Rukmini especially to please come. Rukmini's family, so you're going to give her first preference. And the whole group, please have anybody from, I don't know who else is from Ramandir, but please come on. Rukmini, please go.
Muraliya Bajari. Muraliya बाजे रे जमुना के तीर जमुना के तीर हो 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 जमुना के तीर मुरलिया बाजे रे 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 जमुना के तीर मुरली के धुन मेरो मन हर लीनो 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 चित धरत नहीं धी चित धरत नहीं धी मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर 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 तारो कन्हैया कारी कमरिया तारो कन्हैया कारी कमरिया तारो कन्हैया कारी कमरिया तारो कन्हैया कारी कमरिया तारो जमुना कोनी तारो जमुना कोनी मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर 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 मीरा के प्रभु मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नाथ मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नाथ चरण कमल परसी चरण कमल परसी मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर जमुना के तीर हो जमुना के तीर जमुना के तीर हो जमुना के तीर मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर
Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Big round of applause for the Ram Mandir family for being here tonight. For the Sharma and his team, and we sincerely appreciate their presence tonight. Bhojan is prepared for everyone after artti tonight. Please stand for artti. I'll ask the Shrotas to come at the middle here to offer bhog to Bhagwanji. Om Nabhyasidantariksha-gam Jaishnodhyo Samvardadam Padbhyam Bhumirdashah Srotra Tatha Lokam Kalpayam. Chandrama manaso jatas chakshoh suryo vajayatah Shrotra dvayuscha pranascha mukhadagnirajayatah.
भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम हरि, श्रीधरम माधवम वासुदेवम हरि हरि।
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणा त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। बोलिए भागवत भगवान की, भवानी शंकर भगवान की, सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की, व्यास जी महाराज की, हनुमान जी महाराज की। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। नमः पार्वती पतये, हर 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 महादेव शंभो।